Okay, we should be going live here right away.
Perfect. Let's do her.
How come they can't see us yet? There we are. We're here. Yay!
Woo!
The best day in the land. I love draft day. I freaking love draft day. Love it. I liked it better.
Oh,
I
dude, I
actually
love it
kind of
too.
liked it better when it was during the day because you just go all day, like all day, because then you talk about it afterwards. And anyways, wow, we got a whole bunch. This is Peyton. Thanks for coming on. Peyton on the radio with a prize. Go check out his channel. It's one of the
No
best in the land.
problem.
Got to check it out. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, nobody's in here yet. Everybody promised me I'm going to be there. By the way, we got a whole bunch of mods now. I modded everybody up. Yeah,
Ooh,
got a whole
nice.
bunch of mods. I guess the first thing we got
Perfect.
to get into is the Jones, right? Like, might as well
Oh,
do the first.
that that that's rough. That was a rough move by Chicago. Picking up Seth Jones. He's hasn't been good for the past 2 years, 3 years. He just hasn't been that good of a defenseman. And the amount of money they paid him at 9.5 for the next 8. And then not just that, also trading what you traded in Adam Bachquist and a first and what wasn't another
No, no,
second.
it
It
wasn't
was a
another second.
lot,
It
and
was a
I
flip.
just
They traded Boquist, the 12th pick, and then
oh
they
yeah yeah yeah.
got the 32nd. So that was actually not a bad deal. Like, I'll look at it from this perspective. They really like him. He's a signed deal. So in that way, it doesn't look on paper like it was a bad. Because like, say you don't know much about the players, you think, oh, they got a prospect and flip first. That doesn't seem that good. But Boquist is really, really good, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's
He
really
is.
good.
He's phenomenal. Like the guy has a future and he's young. And people will be like, "Oh, he didn't look that good." The guy was like what, 21, 22 or 22 to 21, something like that. I
Oh,
can't
before you
exactly remember, but Bachquist is a
before you
young
go
guy.
on, Columbus got Jake Bean too.
Yes, they got Jake Bean. I think that was with that second
From
round pick from Chicago. So that they practically in this deal got Jake Bean, Adam Bachquist, a first,
no,
and another
they didn't
first, a
get. I don't
conditional
think they
first.
got
That
an
is
extra second in
insane.
that deal. Let me go back to that.
Yeah.
They
Well, no, they got a
they they
in the
flipped their
deal.
second. They gave them a it was Jones and a second for Chicago's first and Boquist. That's what I read that to be.
On cap friendly. On cap friendly here, the confirmed trade is Seth Jones, 2021 first round pick, which is the Tampa Bay 32nd overall pick. The 2022 sixth round pick, if you look up at the TV, it's showing now on NHL.
Oh,
And then Adam Bachquist, the 2021 first round pick, 2021
oh,
second round pick, and a 2022
holy
conditional first
crap!
round pick. The conditions on that one is if Chicago wins one of the 2022 draft lotteries, the pick becomes their 2023 first round
What's
pick. So
Oh
that is a
my
lot,
gosh.
and that is dumb.
He
You
got
you want to talk about a GM that is on some stuff tonight? He is on something tonight.
Kekalainen
Wow.
just got a boatload for Jones, man. Holy crap. I did not know they got that much.
And then he flipped that second. I think he flipped that second for Jake Bean. So they got Jake Bean in the like. Oh, that is
I think
unbelievable.
Jake Bean said he didn't. Jake Bean
That
obviously
is
told Carolina he
stunning,
wanted to get traded because he was always buried in the lineup, I imagine.
dude. Columbus. You want to talk about a team that just accelerated their rebuild?
Oh,
Columbus did
yeah,
just that.
that was great stuff right there. that was
Exactly that.
that is an amazing pickup right there. Jones, I mean, if they got a 20, if they got the 20
Like,
2022 first, there's a really good chance Chicago doesn't make the playoffs next year. Still.
well, No, and not just that. If we're talking about Adam Bockwist's numbers that I'm looking at right now are better than Seth
Yeah,
Jones's numbers. Adam Bockwist is a more complete defenseman at 20 years old than Seth
well,
Jones right now.
he's
And yeah, you could say that he played on a bad team,
his and
but
Boquist's minutes were pretty protected.
Seth Jones has a been good
Boquist's minutes were
past.
pretty protected, but
Yes,
still,
and they are protected. And
but
Seth
still,
Jones plays
Boquist
top.
looks really good. At 20 years
But
old,
still,
he looks. I think this is a bad trade. I don't know. I have a lot of respect for the Bowmans, but this is a bad trade. This is a bad trade.
this
It's
was a
as
bad
bad as
trade.
Philadelphia's
And
trade.
then you sign the extension.
Yeah,
Yeah, that deal. Oh my lord. Everyone's doing dumb deals today. It was blowing my mind to hear the Russalainen deal. And then I was talking with Professor Joe there, and we were kind of talking about, how the Rasmus Russalainen and maybe being able to turn him into a good defenseman
yeah. I think he
there in
could. I
Philly. Do
think they
you
could.
think that would be the case
I
with
think they can.
Russalainen?
He's got all the tools,
Because I was seeing that he might play with Travis Sanheim. He does. He blocks a lot of
but
shots
he's
and he
got the
hits.
tools to
The
be.
problem is that he
He can
definitely needs to.
skate. Like he's got all the necessary tools. It's his head. He overcommits way too much. He
Hmm.
backs off when he shouldn't. He pinches when he shouldn't. He does all that kind of stuff, and that's just because he was poorly brought up by Buffalo. Now, can they turn that around at 26 years
Yes.
old? Obviously, they think they can. If they can, they might have something really great there. It might work out really
Eh,
well, but you still don't pay that much for him.
No, 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 you
That's
never pay that
crazy.
much. It was way too much for Russell and especially since you're only having them for the next year. That's a lot. Like the prices for these defensemen are insane. And then also the Vancouver deal today. Like that blew my mind. Sid Sixero said on Twitter, he's like, if you think like Vancouver lost his trade, you're done. He said, I actually think Arizona won this deal. Like, no joke, because yes, they picked up some bad contracts and Roussel, Erickson, and Beagle, but all those contracts are ending soon. Like, what is that going to do to a rebuilding team like the Arizona Coyotes, who look like they're
Yeah,
rebuilding? Connor Garland didn't want to come back there, so they were able to get rid of him. Same with Larson. He didn't want to be there either, and he was playing horrible. Vancouver got a player that is going to be just like all their other defensemen, and you're still having to
I
pay him seven point
I
two
think
six oh million
Larson
dollars for the
I
next
think
six
Larson will
years.
be better in Vancouver. I do think that. I think his heart just was out of it in Arizona, and he certainly has been a good defenseman in the past, and it could come back here. But you're talking about a could on a contract at $8+ million for eternity. That's the problem. If the could doesn't work out, Vancouver is screwed. That, that's the
And that's
problem
the
with that deal.
problem. I know the coulds, but Larson has not been good for the past 3 years. And it may be because, Arizona was up and down. But he's going to be going to a defensive core that was one of
Yeah,
the
it's
worst in
yeah,
the
it's not
entire
that
NHL
defense core is not going to help
last
him out
year.
much more.
This is not going to
You could
change
make a
anything.
case.
Tyler Myers
You could
can't play
actually make a
defense.
case that
Meyer,
Arizona had a
like,
better
no one played
defense
defensively.
than Vancouver the last 3 years. They had they had they
I
had
think so. Yeah.
Jalmerson, they had
Chichar's the
Goligoski,
better of everyone. Yep.
Chikrin.
Yep.
So you could make a case they had a better
Hmm.
defense than they had the last 3 years. So,
Yep.
and they had a better
They did.
goaltender, except for in Kemper. It's just they had no offense. They had no offense. That was a problem, right?
Yep.
So
Oh, Arizona could have been a killer team.
That
They had
Larson deal
offense.
could look just terrible at the end of this. Terrible, terrible. And Garland's good. Garland's good.
And
I like
also,
Garland.
where's the cap? Oh, Garland, but he has no
Yeah, they got to sign him
contract.
yet.
And this team only has $18 million, and they haven't signed Hughes, Pedersen, or like unless they get rid of Schmidt, but that's gonna be like Schmidt's better than Larson right now. He is.
Uh,
But I don't understand Benning. I
well,
just
they're
don't
going to trade
understand him.
Schmidt. Schmidt they've already got a problem there. Hey, CL, how you doing, John? Everybody that's in here now. Uh, I'm going to edit my title.
Yeah, it's been, and in that Pavel Buchnevich, I think New York's getting ready to go after Eichel, but
Who's
move by them
that?
as well. I mean, smart move by St. Louis, getting a nice strong
Well, I don't know about
St.
that.
Louis
Buchnevich, he's okay. He's so
Pavel
freaking soft. That's the problem. I think St. Louis is rebuilding. They're going to rebuild. And Buchnevich is younger.
He's a good goal scorer. He's a young guy.
He's a second line winger. He's a second line winger, no doubt about it.
Well, they're
He's a
not
second
rebuilding
line
because
winger.
they could still be very. Yeah, I
Vancouver will be bad for a long
think
time.
he could play a little bit higher. He has that, he has that chance that he could potentially be the replacement for Tarasenko. Yeah, I know he might not be the most ideal guy to take that spot, but I mean, this year he almost was at a point per game pace. In 54 games, he had 48 points, 20 goals, 28 assists. They need another goal scorer. They're going to be getting that in Buchnevich.
Yeah.
And he's not that bad defensively either. He has some good defensive numbers and really good offensive numbers too, compared to Sammy Blais, and also like what was it, a second round pick. The St. Louis Blues fleeced them, and now they're able to maybe
I
just get
like
rid of
Sammy Blais.
Tarasenko
I don't mind it.
and
I actually
send
don't
him off
mind
to
that trade.
another team. No, I'm not
The
saying anything
second
wrong
the
with Blais.
second round
He's a
pick
nice
for
physical defensive
Buchnevich is
guy.
he's pretty much what he is. I don't know what his numbers are, but from what I've seen of him, he's really,
Oh,
eh?
really good
Yeah.
numbers.
Okay. Well, that's where analytics and
Yep,
my eye
really, really
test
good
do not
numbers.
add up there. I see a guy who's just, uh, you know, he's just a little too soft for me. But whatever it is, St. Louis is in trouble all day. They're in bad shape there in St. Louis, I think. Yeah, I think St. Louis is.
Yeah, they could be, but what's going to be the strongest team in the Central this upcoming season? Colorado and Chicago. Like Chicago, they have Seth Jones, and I mean that's not very impressive. Like who else do you got in that
Minnesota.
division? Like they could just have. I mean Dallas. I've heard Dallas is going to meet Dallas, Minnesota, Winnipeg.
Winnipeg will
I guess
improve.
those
Winnipeg's got
teams,
to
but
improve
depends
their
on how
defense
they
this
improve
offseason.
too.
For the love of God, like what are you?
Oh, but there's not. They haven't
I don't
been
know what
doing
they're
anything.
waiting
That's the
for. I don't know
problem.
what they're doing.
Have we heard any rumors about Winnipeg
No.
being? No, I don't know either. They haven't been in
Well,
any
you
talks
never
for
do hear
anyone.
about them.
Like maybe I heard Tarasenko, but no, it's good that they're not, trading the life for Seth Jones because I'm pretty sure they did check in. But then once they heard the asking price, especially seeing what was sent off to Columbus, Bach was 2 first and a second, which is just nuts. Like practically 3 first round picks and a second for Seth Jones. That's what Winnipeg would have to pay up.
Yeah, that is a lot. I was really surprised to see that.
Oh, and CL, yeah, the Risto trade is a pretty bad one. It was
Yeah, oh yeah.
not worth it. Like not worth the amount of picks that he gave up because he's a big gamble. He is a very big gamble. But that's the thing. He's young. Who knows?
No,
Maybe he
they could
could do
turn it
good, but
around. He's got
it's a
all the
big
tools
risk.
to turn it around. That's all I can say. So they better hope they can do
Yeah.
it. They thought they were going to do something like I don't know. At 26 years old, it's hard to turn it around. He's never going to be what he could have been ever. There's no way. He could have been a fantastic defenseman. Unfortunately, he was buried on a Buffalo team that doesn't know how to freaking develop players at all. The Middlestat, Tage Thompson, go down the list. Like Darlene, they played him way too early. Everybody. Like
Mhm.
everybody that they draft turns out to be dung. Is that because all of them suck?
Well, I guess one good guy. I guess Jake McCabe. Jake McCabe has probably been the best one
Yeah, and
that's
he
came
could.
out of them,
I was talking about
and
him
he's
going to
been doing pretty
Toronto.
good.
If I was Toronto,
That would actually be a really smart move if they were to just stop hugging on to Justin Hall.
exactly. They could have let Justin Hall go, called up McCabe and overpay. Well, I guess they can't overpay for him, but I suppose we don't know how much. We don't know how much all they're asking for and all that kind of stuff like that. Dallas second place in the division. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it could be, I suppose. I really like Ottinger. Ottinger could put them in the second place in the division. Honestly, I just love that guy. Looks unbelievable. Um, but they
Oh
got a
yeah,
solid team there.
without a
They're
doubt.
going to make the playoffs with that team for sure. No doubt about that. I think they are.
hmm
But I don't think. I mean, I said Chicago wouldn't, but they darn well almost did it last time. They got one of the best coaches in the league. That's what their saving grace is. That guy is an amazing coach.
hmm
If they made the playoffs last year, I wanted him for coach of the year because that lineup should not have even come close to the playoffs. And now with Jones, I don't. They're moderately better. If again, here's another one where they obviously believe they can get something out of Jones. However, I've seen with Chicago is they're not really good at identifying good defensemen. They're not.
No, they're not. Like, look at their defensemen. Like, they're they like they toss and turn on trades. There's like sometimes the deal is awesome, awesome deal, and then there's other times where it's just like, what are you guys doing? Like they somehow got off Duncan Keith, which was an amazing move for them, but then they go ahead and sign 9.5 million to Seth Jones. Is just absolutely crazy.
I like Bettman, so I'm not going to boo him. I think Bettman's done a good job in this league. Uh, Gary Bettman.
Who?
I think he's done a good job in hockey.
Oh,
I don't. I think.
oh yeah. It's just it's always a
Yeah, I
thing
don't.
to boo him.
You try getting the commissioners from other leagues to
Jake Bean in
second round
exchange
pick.
for a second round pick and the 2021 pick previously acquired from the Blackhawks. That's insane, dude. Columbus is just out there fleecing
Oh
people,
yeah,
bro.
like Boquist and Bean, they already have. Remember, I've been saying this. I said you watch a year, maybe 2 years from now, you're going to look at the Columbus Blue Jackets and go, how the heck did they do that? Kekalainen is a freaking genius, man. He's going, and he just made like, if Jake Bean turns out to be as good as what I think he could be, he needs to still work on his defense and all of that and gets ice time. And Boquist turns out to be as good as I think he's going to be, really quick too. They're 20 years old already. Like, that's like getting better than first round picks because you're getting guys that are ready to play almost right now on a rebuild. That's you know how
Yeah.
hard it is to get young, good defensemen that can play. Like just fantastic deal, fantastic. And you get first this year and maybe next year, like for Jones. Beautiful, beautiful.
Unbelievable. But like that's the thing. It's just all depends on if it's going to be a lottery pick. Like, is Chicago going to be good? Like, if they're
Yeah,
bad, then oh man, that's going to
they
be
almost
rough.
made it last year on a shortened season. Uh, Oh wait, here we go. The
I
draft
will
room.
be right back. I'm just going to go
The
grab my
draft. They're
spring
gonna draft
rolls
right now.
right before the
This is
pick.
not. I'm not on. We're not on ESPN here. Okay, we're
I'll
not
be right
on
back.
ESPN here. We're on.
They're not on the clock yet. There's a couple
Yeah, yeah.
minutes away. I'll be right
See
back.
how we're watching Sportsnet. But yeah, this is the first year on ESPN. The draft used to always be in the afternoon for Sportsnet. I don't know why, but ESPN intelligently, I think, went out and did it in the evening, which makes sense. Sell, do what you. Is is off the wall on? I know I haven't seen him come on. I don't see off the wall
Ayo.
on yet. Do you? Oh,
Let
here
me
it is.
check.
Yeah, it
I
is.
haven't
Yeah, yeah,
gotten a
yeah, yeah, yeah.
notification,
Yeah, I
I don't
found it.
think.
I found it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're live.
I'm,
Oh
I'm,
man, I'm excited. I'm excited for the first pick. Are they gonna pick Owen Power, or are they gonna go with William Eklund? Like this is the
no, they're
most
going with
unpredictable
power. They're
draft.
going
That's
with
why you'd even do
power
a mock
all
one for
day,
this one
all
this year.
day, all day.
Oh wait, the pick is in. The pick is in.
They're going with power all day.
Owen Power, yep. God, that's gonna be a rough pick, man. Looking at all his stats so far and analytically, he does not project the best in this draft, especially when you look at other players. But Owen
Yeah.
Power is your first overall pick.
I'm not sure. I think he could. I mean, what he did at the World Hockey Championships was pretty impressive, dude. Uh, that was pretty
Oh yeah,
impressive. He's playing
yes.
30 minutes a night there. It's kind of
I
hard
don't
to do that.
disagree
I
with you
think
on
his
that one.
upside is a lot. I understand what people are saying, but I like his work ethic. I think he's like a Bowmeister, Jay Bowmeister. That's who the guy reminds me of. Nothing wrong with that.
Hmm.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
Jay Bowmeister would be fantastic. Gordon on screen is killing me. Why is that? Oh, you see, we're watching it on Sportsnet.
But like Owen Power is a guaranteed
It's the
NHLer, no matter
safest
which way
pick.
you put at it.
It's the
Like I
safest
definitely
pick.
agree with you there. Oh, it is. It is one of the safest picks to go with. He's a guaranteed guy to be a good defenseman for your team. He might not be a superstar, but like yeah, I think I agree with you on that
Bowmeister,
comparable
yeah.
is a, kind of like a Jay Bouwmeester, a player that is a safe pick to go after. Really good defenseman, will log a lot of minutes for you, will be a great leader, and
Yeah,
it's
I
not a
mean,
bad pick.
I like it. I
We'll have to
like it.
see what
I
Seattle
like it a
does though. I'm
lot. It's
excited to
kind of
see what
hard.
they do.
The thing that scares me about him is I have this fear that he's going to be a Myers. That's what scares me about him. From watching him play, I have this fear that he's
Yes.
going to be a Myers, and if that happens, they're in big trouble. But that's the low end of what he could end up being. Because he's not really aggressive. He's not a
Hmm.
very aggressive player. But I would say Jay Bowmeister. Although Bowmeister wasn't all that aggressive, I don't think he skates as well as Bowmeister does, though. That's the problem. Besides that, it's hard to project him as to what it would be. He doesn't skate as well.
No.
Bowmeister was a great skater. Uh, hey,
Oh
Go
man, I
Caps!
remember
Haven't
Jay
seen
Bouwmeester
Go
in the
Caps in a
prime
long
days. He
time.
was
Woo!
amazing.
See, I didn't even see
Hey,
Peyton. We got CL as
hey,
our
bro.
all the guys in blue here. They're our new mods. All the
All the
mods.
mods.
Now I'm going to say they're going to go with Beniers.
I
I
wonder
know
if
it
Owen
is.
Power. Yeah, I think you. I think they're definitely going to go
Because
with Beniers.
he plays
I
just the
think
way Ron
that's
Francis
that's kind
likes.
of an
That's his
obvious
type of
pick.
guy, two-way guy. You know, I am a little concerned about his offensive upside, but
He's definitely not the greatest
he's
selection in the world, but
he's
there's better
Foligno.
guys out there. But
Eklund Eklund's probably going to be really good
Mhm.
too. I mean, I think they're all kind of bunched in together here. I wouldn't be surprised if he went with Edvinson right here. Edvinson's going to be a freaking. I think Edvinson has the op. I think Edvinson maybe end up being better than Power. Yeah,
Yeah, Everton, maybe he
I think
could.
Power will have a better
I,
offense. Another guy that Power kind of reminds me of is
I don't know.
Peter Angelo.
They could go after
Because he
defense.
says he's going to build from the defense out, but I think they're going to take the center. Caps. Oh, well, that's a good goalie or defender. Honestly, late in the draft, buddy, I'm a little shallow in knowing who's good down there this year because I didn't get to see enough of them play. Do you know any late?
Yeah, Beniers. Yeah,
Yeah,
Beniers was an obvious one.
Beniers.
Definitely not the best player out of it, but we'll have to
Again,
just
he's
see how he pans
he's
out.
safe.
Didn't he have not
He's
that
gonna
bad of a World
play. There's
Juniors?
no doubt about that. The thing is, like Beniers is a guy like his low end is probably Charlie Coyle, and his high end is probably like Nick Foligno. He even looks like a
Mm-hmm.
Foligno. He looks like a Foligno,
He
right?
does. He does look like a Felino.
Like I said, that's a late pick. I don't know very much about those late draft picks this year. Usually I'm all over it, but I gotta admit I'm not really.
Yeah, this year I was a little less on the
Well, you
draft
haven't been able to watch junior
because of the
games
way
or
that
anything
the
like that.
everything was going this year.
Uh, Let me bring up. There were some guys that. I'll go bring up my draft.
Yeah, I was about to do that too. Like I know who the Oilers should choose, like Matthew Cornado, I think the guy's name is. I think that's a really good selection if we are able to get him.
Oh yeah, Coronado. I think he'll be gone though. Uh,
Yeah, I'm hoping he's not though.
Zachary Larue. He could be like in Marchand almost. But as far as a defenseman, goaltender in that round, I don't know anything about the goaltenders this year besides the two that are projected in the first round. And if
Yeah,
Brennan
that's all I know.
Otherman goes
Sebastian
down to
Coso and
anybody, I would pick him. Daniel Shaka,
oh,
maybe
I
they
hope the
could pick
Oilers
up
pick Hoffman.
Daniel Shaka. I've heard some good things about him. Played in the KHL this year. What did he get? He got 2 points in 11 games. I believe that's Shaka's son, the general manager for. The general manager for was the general manager for the Arizona Coyotes. I think that's his son.
Oh, what's his face? Chaika? No, John Chaika is not. He's not
Yeah, but he
Russian.
played in Russia, but he's not from Russia. He played in the OHL before that. He went and played in the KHL so he could play.
Oh,
That's why. Yeah.
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Go Devils and Red Wings?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
I think that's Shaka's son. I hope he's
Oh,
not as shady as his father. His father did some pretty shady stuff, man.
I don't think they're father and son because John
Seems
Chaika
pretty
is
young,
wherever
doesn't
his
he?
name is. I thought he was a. Yeah, I thought he was like 30 or whatever. 32. Megan Chaika. Oh, and she's an analyst too, and she did. That's so funny. Um,
No, he's
yeah, he
too
doesn't
young,
have any
yeah.
kids.
So it's not. Okay, I heard something about that, but I guess.
And plus, I don't think he's American. He's He's
Shake
from
is from Toronto. Shake is from
he's from
Toronto.
Canada.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
yeah.
So his father's American now. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, okay.
Daniel Chayka is
No, he's
Russian.
not Russian. He played. Well, maybe he did. Maybe he played in the OHL from Russia. Was- Is he?
Chayka is Russian. He's in my
Oh,
Russian
okay.
only franchise
All
mode.
right.
Yep, he's Russian.
So he is Russian. So I didn't know what the hell I was talking about. Shows you what I know about
I
there. Is Wallstedt good? Yeah, yeah. Very, very, very good.
Yeah, about these
Casa
prospects
could
this year.
actually end up being better.
Very, very
It's
good.
hard to say. I think they're all they're very close to each other, Casa and Wallstedt. But Wallstedt is better positionally, and Casa is better at. He's good positionally, but he can scramble better than Wallstedt at the moment. Wallstedt would be like. Uh, Wallstedt would be more like Patrick Waugh, and Casa would be more like. Well, almost Mike Smith, actually. But I don't think like I'm just
Yeah, I'd
talking
probably say
about
like a better Mike
style.
Smith.
Style. It's Mike Smith.
Yeah, Costa would be a better
I don't
Mike
know. I
Smith.
see. I think Mike Smith. I think Mike
And
Smith is
but yeah, Jesper
the most
Wallstedt's a
underrated
franchise level
defenseman of
goalie.
this generation, or goaltender of this generation. He was amazing in when he was young. When he was young.
I think so.
So, I don't know. Love your ties. Thanks, man. We're getting a whole crap load of playbacks, but
The Caps won't be able to get Wallstead.
Caps will not be able to get Wallstedt. No, no way. No, he's not. They're not going to get Wallstedt. Not a chance.
And no, most likely I'll not be live streaming the Tokyo Olympics. I
I don't
usually
watch
never
the
watch the
Summer
Summer
Olympics.
Olympics.
No, not
There's nothing
tennis.
really
I
that
watch
good that I
tennis. I'm
like.
a tennis fan, so. But
I watch
I
tennis
swimming.
sometimes, but
My I'll probably watch
I have
swimming
to be
because
really,
my
really
wife
bored.
loves swimming. But at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, I don't care who wins. And I don't care if Canada wins gold medals or not wins gold medals. I don't think it means anything for Canada, really. I'm weird, I know. I'm not, I don't really, it doesn't matter to me. What other gymnastics? That's summer, right? Where's that winter? Because it's indoors.
Yeah, gymnastics,
Volleyball, I'll watch.
volleyball.
I like all ball.
There's tons
I
of
like
stuff.
volleyball. I play volleyball. Who can they get that's good? Like I said, maybe that Shaka dude.
Eklund,
Washington
William
can't get
Eklund,
Eklund.
here for the
Oh, Anaheim?
Anaheim.
I
Oh,
have
for
a feeling they're going
Washington.
to take Edvinson.
Yeah,
Edvinson
they're
or
making their
Eklund.
pick. Oh no, I changed the
Edvinson or
channel.
Eklund.
No. Leave this controller over here. What?
They went with
Mason
McTavish?
McTavish
That
they
doesn't
went with?
surprise me, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, I think
That's a
so,
good
too.
pick.
That,
That is a really good pick.
yeah.
He climbed up high.
Mason McTavish could be like Getzlaff.
He's good.
His high end is like Getzlaff.
I think he could complement really good with Zegras.
Yep.
I think they wanted a goal scorer, and this is your goal scorer. This is your best goal scorer in the draft. Anaheim was smart by doing this. I mean, there's better players out there like Willie Mecklin, but you need a goal scorer, and that's hard to find. McTavish brings that. In the World Juniors, he was pretty damn good. And this is a good pick by Anaheim,
No, I
honestly.
think so too. I really like the way he climbed up. I mean, he could be anywhere from Bo Horvat to Ryan Getzlaff. His low end though is Horvat. Nothing wrong with that. Uh,
No,
but the thing is
nothing wrong with that.
he's a center, and he's a scoring center. How many scoring centers do you see? That he's a shooting center. There, you don't see that like Matthews,
Draisaitl, Stamkos,
Stamkos, Draisaitl, Matthews,
Stamkos at the
Matthews,
moment of time,
Tavares
Tavares.
to a certain extent. Uh,
When he was in his younger years,
a good shooting center.
he was just I would
A
call him a
shoot
sniper.
first center.
He was a good goal
Actually,
scorer.
Reinhardt is too. Now, when like he was last year, he was at the end of last year.
Yeah,
I heard that Philly's in on Reinhardt. They want to trade Konechny and some other people for Reinhardt. That would be good. Would love that. But they want to play him. They want to play him as
going
a
after
winger
Reinhardt. Ooh,
because he played right wing in
oh
Buffalo
yeah,
most of the time they were there.
that wouldn't be a
Oh,
bad
I'd be
idea.
happy with that.
But Konechny, you'd be using him on a pretty good. He did have
Do
a
you get the
down year
feeling
this year,
that New
though.
Jersey doesn't take Hughes here? He's not the best player available
They
though.
got
I
to.
mean,
I,
it's just hard not to
yeah,
take it with Jack Hughes right there.
I don't know.
And are they all sitting together too? Oh my gosh. They're all sitting together on camera. Oh my gosh.
I
They're taking
don't think
Hughes.
Luke
They're
Hughes is not a
taking
bad
Hughes.
idea. I think
They're
it's a good
taking
idea.
Hughes.
They got to. It's a
Yeah.
brother.
I
I
just
think it's a
have this
smart
feeling
idea.
that Luke is going to turn out to be Luke Shen. Like I have this feeling that he's going to be not.
And that could be a possibility. You know, his analytics look like he could go up and be a very, very good NHLer. Now he's not going to be a
Just a very
star,
good, yeah.
but
He's going
he
to be
could
a
be an NHLer.
3-4.
So
It's just what kind of a
he
3-4
could
is he going to be?
be yeah, like is he going to be a 3-4, or is he going to be, a 4-5, or is he going to be a 5-6? What is he going to turn out to be? And who knows? He could be upwards of a top four guy, could be a superstar, or could be just, like you were saying, like a Luke Shen.
Yeah, I hope for their sake that he turns out to be a 3-4 for sure. But that was a beautiful move by them to pick up Graves. And like I said, Fitzy doesn't seem to make any mistakes, so I trust whoever he picks here. But honestly, I think for just a player, forget about the fact that your brother plays on the team. I would have to take Edmondson here. This would be my pick. I really think this guy could be the best player in the draft, or at least the best defenseman, anyways. I think Eklund has a chance to be the best player in the draft, or McTavish. I think they both have the biggest upside.
I don't know.
Dylan Gunther put up like
I don't know. Everton compared to like Brant Clark or um Luke Hughes, I see them almost higher
no,
up than a Hughes. Like I would almost like to see New Jersey take Brant Clark in
yeah,
this
that would be the
situation,
other one.
honestly.
I would either take Brant Clark or Edvinson. Edvinson to me is like a
Because
more
Brant Clark,
offensive Slavin.
I feel like would be
I
better
don't
than
think I
Everton.
don't know. It could be. It could be. I just he's like
It would be a smart guy to go after,
he's
especially
a
since you need
right-hand
some right-hand
defenseman. That's
guys.
the thing.
Brant
He's a right-hand
Clark,
defenseman.
they're rare, right? And he could be really good. Like analytically, he's like number one ranked projected chance to being an NHLer. And honestly, he has a better chance of being a star than most. Compared to Everton or even a Luke Hughes, he has a better chance of being, a star guy. So this would be my pick if I was New Jersey going after a defenseman. Yeah, the pick is in here for New Jersey.
I think
We'll see who they
Edvinson
go
could be one of the best defensive defensemen we've seen in a long time with a lot of offense, like a Slavin. So I think he could be that good.
Yeah,
That good.
and who knows? Maybe he does bring that type of game. We'll have to see what Fitzgerald selects here.
I trust Tom Fitzgerald. You got to
Oh
trust
yeah,
Tom Fitzgerald. He hasn't made a mistake yet in that lineup. Like he's did fantastic up until now.
they're going for the
Cost is
Hughes.
really good, yeah.
There's no way all
Yeah,
those
they
fans
gotta
holding
go
up all
for
those.
Hughes. Like, oh my gosh, could you imagine the booze?
Dude, just the tomatoes. I'm just
CO.
imagining tomatoes be thrown
Oh,
at
it would
this.
be hot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an obvious one.
He did take it, yeah, for sure. They could have actually, they might have been able to draft down, but it's see the thing about taking Luke Hughes. If
Columbus,
he turns out to be,
they
if
got to
he's a
go after Eklund. They got to go after Eklund. If they don't go after Eklund, that'd be bust for Columbus.
well, you got to remember this is Kekalainen. The guy's a freaking genius. Whoever he picks is going to be amazing.
Dude, look at Jack, bro. He is so
Absolutely.
excited. I think
Of
that's
course,
why they
because
picked
now when you go to
Jack.
contract talks
That's
with Jack
the
Hughes
reason
and
why.
Luke Hughes, like that's the reason why this is so, you kind of got to do this because you've got a contract advantage now, right? So cap space, cap space, cap space, and the feel good thing of the brothers being there and everything. Oh, it would have been like, yeah, like it would have been devastating if they would have picked somebody else. I think, I think Columbus could take Clark here too. I think they could take Edvinson or
Clark or
Eklund.
Eklund? I would really like to see Eklund. I think Eklund would be the best bet for
But
Columbus right
honestly,
now.
I'm up in the air about
I
who.
mean,
This is the one time where I'm up in the
don't
air on who
have
they're
that
going to pick.
guy. William Eklund. I'm up in the air too. I could see them going defenseman, but with the defenseman that they just picked up in Adam
Yeah,
Bockwist
they'll probably go
and
forward.
Jake
Do you
Bean,
know?
I could see
Do you know
them
who
wait
else they
and
could
pick up a
take?
forward.
They could take Johnson.
Who?
Watch them take Johnson. You know what?
Johnson's kind of a risk
Yeah, I don't
in
think he.
this
Do you
draft.
know
I've heard
everything I hear about
from
Johnson?
some
I heard about
analysts
Peterson in his draft too. Every exact same thing. I think the guy
and
could be
yes,
just like
because
Peterson.
he's a very small guy.
I think he could be just like Peterson. He's got moves that are just. He's got the best move. He's the slickest player out there for sure. No doubt about
Hmm.
it. He's the most skilled
No,
player in the draft as far as
I
forwards are
think Kent
concerned.
Johnson could be very good too. There's a possibility, but when you have a chance to go after William
I
Eklund,
think
two-way
Johnson could be
guy,
better than Eklund.
very strong guy.
And
I
Eklund does
I don't
not
know.
project as a center in the league. He projects as a winger in the NHL.
Does
Yeah.
he?
He played center, but
Uh,
they project him as a winger. I like Eklund, though. I mean, 23 points in 41 games as an 18-year-old in the Swedish Elite League. I mean, I like Eklund. Don't get me wrong. If they select Eklund, I totally get it. No doubt about it.
oh, he's like a center winger
He can play
here on
center,
the
but they
lead
think he'll
prospects.
probably play wing. But we'll see. That's another.
But even then, if Columbus does go after him, it's not a bad
This is
idea.
another
No matter who
general
you go with
manager.
in this draft, I
Yeah,
think
this
it's
is
good.
another general manager where I just trust whoever he picks. He's a genius.
But Kekalainen also likes his Europeans. We're
Yeah,
talking about
yeah.
these, English guys. I think we got it. Like that's why I'm talking, I guess, about Eklund a lot because he loves his Europeans, and I guess Edvinson you could take a look at as well because over his career he's always selected either from Russia or Finn, Swedish, whatever it may be. He usually gets one of the
Oh, I
Europeans.
can't. I gotta.
So I'm
You
excited
got.
to see what
You got
Kekalainen
really
does.
big. I gotta bring you back here. It's weird. It keeps on going back. You keep on cutting me off. What the heck? Amber in the house. Did Amber come in? Amber, holy sorry about that. Amber, I just saw you there. We're so excited about this next pick. Uh, are they taking a long time and they trade down? I could see them trading down because they're so good at picks
They
that
could.
they could pick out a whole bunch of gems in this draft. They're not worried at all that they couldn't see them last year. I could see them trading down.
Look at them. They're fucking relaxing, man. Holy crow. They're just laying back, relaxing, not
What
worried at
does
all.
void mean? What do you mean by that? Bold. I don't know why are you asking that, Go
The
Caps?
void. There is the pick. It's in. I wonder. Come on, make the pick. Let's see who it is. Eklund, Evanson, Brent Clark.
This is the one I've been kind of anticipating the whole time. Like,
Oh, Kent Johnson.
oh, do you know how much brilliance you have in that line, that room? Davidson, Kekalainen, like they got such smart
Kekalainen.
hockey minds. Yeah. Tell me what the pick is. Jeez.
He just keeps
Shut
going
up.
on.
Okay. Hey, Gene, Sarah's in.
Whoa, there we go.
Hello.
Hey, dude, that's so funny. That is so funny. I
Told
made
you,
this exact
Johnson.
same selection.
Johnson. I told you they were going to take Johnson.
You did tell me. And the thing that's funny, Perlo, if you go and watch my, I can't remember which episode of my Columbus Blue Jacket series, but I'm pretty sure I selected Ken Johnson in the same overall in my franchise mode in my game. That is actual hilarious. And Ken Johnson's in my lineup, ripping it up now.
I knew they were going to take Johnson.
BC
I
boy.
knew they were going to take Johnson. Yeah.
No matter what, no matter which way you go about it, it's not a bad pick. He's a good playmaker. If you're going after a guy that you playmaking type of maybe potential of like Pedersen, like what you were talking about.
You know what?
Then this is a hell
tells
of a
me
good
that
pick.
he's going to be just
If
like
they were
Pedersen.
looking for that.
If Kekalainen is picking this guy, he's going to be just like Pedersen. He could end up being the best guy in this draft. I swear to God. I trust Kekalainen so much.
Now Detroit has to go after Eklund.
I think
this
Detroit
is the next
takes the
selection
goalie.
for Detroit.
Or, yeah.
Oh yes. Well, they got Nedeljkovic.
I don't think they're thinking they're going to be able to sign him after this. They're going to see how he turns out. They might not. If they stay away from the goaltender, they're going to take Edvinsson or Eklund. Yeah, one of the two. Edvinsson, or they need defense really, really bad. So all things being equal, they'll take Edvinsson. If they think Eklund is the better player all around, they'll take Eklund. Yeah, for sure. But you're right. Since they did get Nedeljkovic, I don't know. By the way, Carolina is going to sign Bernier, and Bernier is going to be top 3 in Vezina Trophy voting last year. You heard it here first. Yep.
You think that?
He's going to be top 3 in Vezina Trophy
hot take.
goalie next year.
Woo.
Yeah, I'm saying it.
A lot of people thought that deal was bad.
It is a bad deal in a sense because he was a free agent
Nedeljkovic
anyways.
was a bad idea.
Right? So, but you know what he did?
Mm-hmm.
Dundon said, look, we're not going to be able to sign you up where you want to go. And he said, I want to go to Detroit. And he said, okay, we can work on that and we'll get Bernier. He wants people to go where they want to go. He doesn't want to hold them back. And he'll take less to do it. Like, that's the way Dundon is.
That's good. Well, plus the ownership wanted that deal too to save some money because
I don't know what
they were.
Do you know that this could really
deal.
turn around and Nedeljkovic could be making a really bad move here because he's not going to put up good numbers in Detroit next year. Bernier is a better goaltender than him right now by considerably. He's not going to put up good numbers in Detroit. So he puts 2 years of bad numbers up in Detroit, and he probably gets less than whatever Carolina was offering him. So this could really burn him in the butt.
Yeah, and Detroit's defense is not looking very good, especially with them picking up Leddy there.
So who's next? Detroit. Yeah, this one now gets interesting because I could see Eklund, Edvinsson. I'm leaning Edvinsson, and I'm surprised Eklund is dropping down this far. Somebody's going to get a beast in this.
Yeah, I want to go Eklund. I think that's what I would do if I was Detroit. Was going to Eklund.
They got so much up front, though. Well, not so much, especially if they're going to trade Bertuzzi. Like, I don't know what's going on there. He doesn't want to sign, or I
Well, maybe Dylan Gunther is
Gunther,
an
yeah,
option for
Gunther,
Detroit
yeah.
then as well. Because they got no goal scoring guys, and Larkin's kind of by himself right now. I mean, you got Varanen, who will be a really good goal scorer for them, but that's all you really got. So Gunther wouldn't be that bad of an idea. Are people really saying the Risto trade was the worst deal today? That Jones
People
deal
don't.
was the worst.
People have a hard. People love their big defensemen like Jones. People don't watch Columbus Blue Jackets either, and even if they do, you got to be able to really watch specifically. He was so indecisive in his own end, and all of that. I think it might
Hmm.
had a lot to do with he was in Columbus, and it could definitely change around in Chicago, but that's a
Yeah,
good possibility. But that's still a lot to give up for a guy that you had a hope
but
was
once again,
going
that's
to.
a gamble.
It's a
That's a
gamble, yeah.
gamble. We could talk about his positives. It's a huge gamble, especially for the amount that
Yeah.
they gave up to Columbus, and Columbus is just they. I'm so happy for
Columbus
Columbus
is going
right
to
now.
absolutely
Like
crush.
they are getting everything that they deserve because they've been getting years and years of punishment, and now they're actually starting to look promising, like super
He
promising. They could be a very
Evan,
deadly
he
team
didn't
in the
have
next
one
little
small
bit.
down year. He had two terrible years. He defensively was not good for 2 years, like really bad. Eye test and on analytics.
Yeah, but that's a 60-minute game. Like you could say the same about Darnell Nurse. Doesn't mean Darnell Nurse played a good game. Yeah, that was one of their better defensemen
Oh
at the
yeah, they played him a lot.
time. I don't take a small sample size of a 60-minute game. Doesn't mean he plays good because he
He
plays a
was
lot.
on the ice a lot, but that could that could
Seth
be
Jones
it
hasn't been
too.
good for
He
the
could
past
be
few
a
years,
guy
though.
that can't play those kind of minutes. But the problem is Chicago's probably going to play him those kind of minutes. Like the same as Duncan
Yeah,
Keith. If you were to
so
play
he's
him
gonna
15 minutes
just
a night, I bet you his numbers would look a lot better. But he gets tired at 23 minutes a night at his age, right? So,
mm-hmm. And at $9.5 million, it's a dumb deal, no matter which way
well,
you
on
look at it.
analytics wise, he's terrible in defensively, Evan. And I watched him a lot in Columbus, and he was very indecisive in his own end, like bad. Uh, I don't know where he was half the time. On his good games, I mean, he had good games. He can be exceptional. I think it's confidence. I think it was confidence. It,
Like if we go back, these past 2 years have not been the greatest. Even back in 2018-19, it wasn't, his greatest year, but at least he was he looked like he was a decent top four guy, especially
yeah,
defensively. His defense numbers were solid. But this year he's tanked. He's not as good as
no,
what he used to be. Now, could
I
he
think so.
get
Yeah,
back up to that? Yes, he possibly could, but the chances and like even Evan, yeah, it could keep going on, but when you give up Adam Bockwist, two firsts and a second, and I don't care about the shot blocking only does you so much. Look at the Oilers. They are a perfect example of how stupid block shots are
if you're blocking a lot of
because you can have
shots,
all
it
your
means you're
defensemen block
playing in
shots,
your
you're
end
not
a
going to win,
lot, which is not good. Now,
and that's not
being
good.
willing to block shots is cool. You got like to have that, no doubt about that for sure. I want a guy that's willing to block shots, but I don't want a guy who's got
Oh,
the most
Evanson, your
shot
boy got
blocks
picked by
in the
Detroit.
league because he's playing in his own end way too much, and that's what Jones did. Now, the year before that, did you say the year before Laddie played
Evanson got
okay?
picked. Nice.
So I think Jones, yeah,
Who? Jones?
the
Yeah,
18,
18-19,
19,
he had a
20,
decent
21.
year.
Okay, he had a decent year. Yeah. So I think he can bounce back, but I'm just saying he didn't play good last year.
And it's a lot to give up
That
for a big gamble. And especially who's he going to play alongside of Kelvin DeHaan?
he
He's
had better.
decent,
He was playing with
but
Werenski a
like
lot, wasn't he? Werenski is
Yeah,
the best. Werenski is he's not even the best defenseman on his own team. Werenski is the best defenseman on that team.
unless they play the Joneses together, which I mean, I think that's what their plan is, but
I don't know if
we'll
they'll
have
do
to see how
that.
that works. But Caleb Jones, like, was the better defenseman
Did they pick and we
than Seth
missed it?
Jones. I mean, the minutes. Yeah,
I told
Simon
you,
Edmondson got picked.
Edvinson. Yeah,
Yeah, hey,
I
you're spot
usually
on
am on the
today.
draft. I usually am on the
3 in a
draft.
row.
What's next? Who's next? This will be Eklund. Who's next? San
San
Jose will
Jose.
take Eklund.
Yeah, I think Eklund or Wallstedt or Wallstedt. That would be a bad option. And yeah, the Oilers will be buying out James Neal. We don't have the money to pick up Hyman and have James Neal still on the cap hit. So most likely see him and maybe Koskinen getting
I
bought out.
can't
I
see
could
San
see as
Jose
well.
taking the goaltender here, but maybe it would be a smart move. I think it would be a good move for them to do it, to take the goaltender here, because they desperately need a goaltender in San Jose, like desperately. But I think they're going to take Eklund, and they desperately need defensemen too, so they could take the. This one's a tough one to tell. What's that defenseman that we were just talking about? I always forget his name.
Mm-hmm.
Clark, yeah.
Oh, Clark.
Clark would be a good move here too. I really like Clark a lot. His upside, like you said, is
They do need defensemen. Brand Clark would
his
be that
upside is
fix.
higher than a lot of these guys.
He's
His
one of the
upside's
better
higher than a
defensemen.
lot of these guys for sure. His upside's higher than Hughes, I would say.
Yep. He's the better out of those other two guys in
You
Hughes and
watch
Edmondson, I would
Edvinson.
say. I think Clark has real
You
good
watch
potential.
Edvinson, man. He's going to be an awesome defenseman.
Well, I'm not saying that he won't be an awesome defenseman. I think that's a really good pick by Detroit, especially Stevie Y making that pick. He probably knows
Yeah,
he's going to
they
be a
got that German
solid
coming up
defenseman.
now. They
So
got
we'll have
Edvinson.
to see how well he does.
They need a defense bad.
Yeah, Mort Snyder's actually looking really well.
Man, does he ever look like a Foligno? Holy crap! Every time I see him, he looks like a Foligno, big time. Uh, do the Oilers buy out James Neal? Probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got to buy out Neal. I would like to see Koskinen be traded away, but
I don't
that
know.
won't
I
be
think if
happening.
I mean, if you're going to buy out, why not retain? You could retain on Koskinen. He could be somebody could see him as a backup out there. What's he getting? 4 and a bit?
Yeah,
You might as
maybe.
well retain, and then you can get a
But
pick back. You get a
4.5, you
pick
might have
back.
to retain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. I hate that. We didn't have to. Chicago didn't retain nothing on Keith, and I would like to trade Koskinen for full. Kind of disappointed me that we didn't get Keith that
Well, yeah.
retained, and also picks
And
being
now
added into that deal because
we're
seeing
getting
the other
Hyman
deals that we've seen this year.
for 8 years for $40 million. That is insane.
Well, 7 years it
Really?
might be. Depends on if Toronto, because Toronto, what I heard is that they want a second round pick for the signing rights, basically for Zach Hyman, and Ken's like, no, here's a
Yeah,
sixth.
a second round pick.
So, if this doesn't happen, it gets pushed to the 7 years, $5.5 million. And if we do get him by trade, it'll be 8 years at
That's a
five point
lot of
one two
money.
five million
He's
dollars.
a really good defensive winger, though.
It's not. It's gonna be awesome for the first few years. He's gonna be a good offense contributor and not too bad defensively,
He's
or really good
fantastic
defensively as well.
defensively.
He's gonna
He's
be
fantastic
amazing for the
defensively.
first few
There's no doubt
years.
about that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, he's gonna be amazing for the first. I would say probably first 4 years. Maybe the fourth year he might be going downhill a little bit, and then the rest of that contract's just gonna be bad. Just like not like Nuge's contract. Who knows? Who knows what might happen? You can never really predict a decline in a player. It's so hard to predict that. So who knows when they might dip off? But in the later half of the years of Hyman's contract, it might come back to bite us. But I think Hyman's going to be a great top 6 guy for the Oilers if we do get him. Especially since he's so versatile, you could play him almost anywhere. It's either San Jose. Man, they could go many options because they're practically
Yeah.
just starting the rebuild, even though they're trying to rush it. So I think their best idea is going for an NHL ready defenseman, and I think or NHL ready guy, and I think that probably be Brent Clark because he played a lot of time in Europe there, and he
Yeah.
didn't do too
Yeah, I don't
bad.
think Eklund's ready yet.
And he's probably the most ready to be in the NHL. They're probably going to be choosing someone that's really, really close to NHL ready. Probably not Jesper Wallstedt, even though they should. They should start rebuilding, but oh, they do. They chose William Eklund.
They
There we
did
go.
take Eklund, yeah.
Yeah, good. That's really smart. That was what I wanted them to do, and that's a really smart selection by them. I think he'll be a phenomenal forward. I think he'll be
Yeah,
a big
yeah, it
steal
was
in
a
this
nice
draft.
pick. Yeah, he could end up being like, yeah, a steal in this draft for sure, no doubt about it. He's slick, very good. Like I said, what do you got? 23 points in 40 games as an 18-year-old in Swedish elite league. You're gonna play. He's gonna play.
That's
There's
pretty
no doubt about
impressive.
that. That's pretty impressive numbers for a Swede. Who do we got next? LA. I think
L.A.
they've talked about trading the pick. If they
Gunther.
don't trade the
Got
pick,
it.
yeah,
Dylan
I think
Gunther.
Gunther. Yeah.
If they don't, I think it's Gunther's time. I honestly think it's Gunther's time. I'm actually even surprised about how he's fell, but I mean, I mean he's another big goal scorer. I was actually kind of surprised Anaheim didn't go after him instead. Maybe they seen something in Mason McTavish more than they did in Dylan Gunther. Who knows? But I think LA could possibly go after him. They need
Yeah,
a
I mean
future
McTavish is a
goal scorer coming
center. I
up the
mean,
pipeline, so
if he
that could
really is
possibly
going
be
to
their
be
guy.
like a Getzlav guy, I mean, that would be freaking amazing.
Yeah, then you don't want that.
That would be amazing.
Well, I mean, so many centermans. It would be.
Where's my? Why don't I have my draft up now again? Max Twins, welcome. Sorry, I was looking. I'm not looking on my screen right now. Oh, thank you for subscribing. Right on, man. Trying to get up to 1,000. Yeah, John and I, we're all from the same. John, Steele, and we're all the same group. The prize here, Peyton. We're all the same group. So thanks for coming over and checking us out, man. So where do we got? I was looking on off the walls when I was talking there. I don't think they're not taking the
Mm-hmm.
goalie. No. Yeah, Dylan Gunther.
Benson also in play. What the
Who's in
heck?
play?
Hmm. No,
Oh,
just some rumor about Benson maybe being traded.
oh, they're gonna make it.
Oh, LA's pick is in.
I think it's Gunther. Yeah.
Gunther. Oh,
Brad
Brant
Clark.
Clark. Wow.
Okay. They don't need another
Huh.
defenseman there, but I mean, I kind of get it because it's hard to stay away from that kid now. Like,
They're
oh, they're
stacked.
totally stuck.
And right-handed, I mean, that's an automatic pick. It is.
It's
It was either Gunther and Arizona who traded for their pick today, their ninth
oh
overall from
yeah,
Vancouver, which was a
oh
fleece
yeah,
of a
yeah,
move. Arizona now will be, dude. What, dude? This is even more of a fleece. They have a chance of getting Gunther,
yeah.
Arizona,
They could go for a goaltender here too.
bruh.
They don't need to win anytime soon.
Oh my, yes, for Wallstead. Oh no,
Yeah, they could take Wallstedt. They could take
dude. If
Wallstedt
that
here because they
happens,
don't have any goaltenders now. They gave up Hill. Kemper is got to re-sign next year. Do you want to re-sign if you're Kemper now?
maybe that was their big brain play.
Uh,
Getting rid of
but you
A
know
Mill,
what? The more I think about that deal, the more I
man.
think you're right. Because if you get rid of Larson at 8 million and a flat cap, if you wanted to, you could get Hamilton. Hamilton's better than Larson right now.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you could bury a lot of these contract shell, like with Arizona. Like the reason why I think Arizona won this deal, they lost term. Like because they were paying Larson for the next 6 years. Well, they only have to pay Roussel for another year, and you could all bury those guys. Those are easy
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
to bury
Oh yeah.
for the next year. And their salary cap, they
Oh,
got $19 million, so they could
they
totally
could
go
take a
after
Dougie
Dougie
Hamilton right
Hamilton.
now. I don't think Hamilton's going to go to
Like,
that place now, but it doesn't really make much
no,
sense.
not
But
now, but this frees up cap for next year and just to kind of set up their rebuild so they're not having to have all these big contracted players on their team.
Larson didn't make any sense
Who
to
do they have
them.
as a bad contract?
Who?
Maybe,
Arizona?
but he might reduce himself. He's only 22. Yeah,
Oh
they
yeah.
have really no bad
They don't really
contracts
have
on
a
that
bad
team.
contract yet. I mean, well, you can't really say much about
Most of
him.
these,
You can't really say much about him because he's
most of
had
these
nothing to
traded
play
away
with,
too.
and he's only 22 years old. So yeah, like he's actually put up some pretty good numbers when you consider. I hear they're still trying to trade Dvorak now. Now that I don't understand why you'd want to trade Dvorak. He's under a really good contract right now. 4 million, whatever. That was one of the few
Yes,
things that Shaka did that was okay. Was good. So
he was a player. I would try to maybe train away, maybe Nick Schmaltz. I think that's a kind of a. He's not. I would almost be if you were to trade away Dvorak. I would almost want to trade away.
oh, you're cutting out there, buddy.
Doesn't want to be on the team or something like that.
Luca, thanks for coming
Oh my
in.
god,
Luca
no.
the Crazy. Is Pavel Buchnevich being traded to the Blues? Yeah, he already was traded to the Blues. That's one of the few ones that Peyton and I kind of disagree. I don't mind the trade. I don't mind the trade. I think the second and Blay was pretty good. They didn't need him anymore. I don't mind the trade. Also, I don't know what his asking is. They just can't afford to pay him. It's not really that they don't like him. It's just the way their salary structure is going to be, especially if they're going for Eichel. They're not going to be
No.
able to fit him
Yes.
in. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to afford a Buchnevich, and dumping him off quickly is just the way to go, especially for not having him signed to a contract. Of course, that's going to be a lot cheaper than what it is. It just sucks to lose a type of a player like that who could play, a really strong two-way game, brings it, strong offensively. But the thing is, New York has such a surplus of wingers right now. And we were talking about that the other day with picking up Goudreau and stuff like that, with Laffy coming up the pipeline and Capo
Yeah.
Caco. It's just, you got to, you get
There's just not a
Blay, you could
spot for
use
him
him
in the
as a
top
depth
six
player, and
right
you get
now.
a
Yeah.
second round
There's not a
pick.
spot for him in the top six. That's it.
Yeah.
So they get to keep on. They
Yeah.
get to keep on getting
Eh,
a second round pick. So they keep on getting that. That's how you become a dynasty. When you can keep on getting those picks and keep on hitting on them. And if you got to trade away a guy like Buchnevich for not a great package, that's a good thing, actually. You're just so deep that you don't need to wait on it. You just take a second round pick's a second round pick. To them, it's valuable. So I don't mind. Why couldn't they?
mm-hmm.
Like, I would be happy with Buchnevich in Edmonton. Yeah.
I would have been. I don't know why we
Yeah,
didn't go
it's
after
not
him.
that I don't have anything.
He would have been
It's
perfect
not that
for
I
our
don't
team.
like Buknevich. He's a little soft, but I didn't realize his analytics defensively were so good. So I might have been missing something there. But if they are, he can put up 50 points a season. If you put him on a line with McDavid, probably 70, maybe more. So yeah, I like it. I like him. Uh, he would have been better than other options. Would you trade Yams for Buknevich? Are you still really high on Yams?
Yeah, he had a rough year this year. I would choose Buchnevich. The problem is Yamamoto could turn out to be that type of player later on in his career, but Buchnevich is the better looking player right now, and I would totally take Buchnevich just because of the fact that Buchnevich could play better defensively than what Yamamoto can.
Yeah, yeah, Yamamoto.
But that's just because Yamamoto had kind of a rough season this year. Oh, Arizona's picks in. When you get your pick taken away from you because you cheated, so you just fleece the Vancouver Canucks. Easy way to get a pick back. Yep,
They got
down
Gunther,
Gunther,
yeah.
like we thought. That was an obvious pick. Absolutely obvious pick for Arizona. The guy fell.
He
Good
looks
goal
like he
scorer.
looks like Johnny
Obvious pick for
Gaudreau, but
Arizona.
bigger. He
Good
actually
pick.
even kind of looks like Johnny Gaudreau, but his style, he's way bigger though. He's 6'2", 175.
Yo. I have a big brain play. Is Arizona thinking if Toronto keeps going the way that they're
Matthews, yeah,
going for the next little bit, do you think Matthews
yeah.
in Arizona?
I mean, I'm sure it's in the back of
Do
their
you think
mind.
they have a 3-year plan?
I'm sure it's in the back of their mind. But they're going to be so bad for the Wild, they may get a
Man, that would be
Matthews level
nuts.
player anyways. They could get Bedard in 2023, and they could get Wright
Oh, if they
next year.
do, but Bedard and Matthews, woo, that would be nuts.
How do you pay them both though? At that time, they're going to be like 14, 15 million dollars a year for the two of them. But uh,
At that point, you just throw away one, keep one, I guess, or try to do what you did with
but
Crosby and
Bedard will be
Malkin. I
on
mean,
his.
they did it for years.
If you could get him while Bedard's still on his entry level. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you might be able to work it.
This is a good move, though. Gunther, absolutely amazing pick. Now Ottawa.
Ottawa's great at drafting. They're really good at drafting.
Jesper Wallstead,
Maybe,
still
maybe just in
available.
case Murray is
As Lucius,
just
you're
in
getting
case
up
Murray's
there.
hot trash, but they really like
You're getting,
Gustafson. So, uh,
yeah, they could go many ways. But Jesper Wallstead
I
would
have
be
a
better than
feeling they're going to
Gustafson.
go with. I have a
But
feeling they're going to go
now
with
it's just
Cole
kind of up in the
Sillinger,
air.
or they could go off the board here too. This is when things could start going off the board quite a bit.
I could see them going with another NCAA player, Chaz
Where's
Lucius.
Sebastian Casa from? They're gonna Chaz Lusa, yeah, NCAA.
He's
Where did he play in
Edmonton Oil Kings.
NCAA? He played in the U.S. national team.
Who?
Chaz, yeah. Where is he gonna
Chaz
play in
Lucius?
college? You know? Uh,
I'll check now.
they got a lot of centers though.
Don't think is that. Yeah, maybe they go after defense, but there's not a lot of defensemen either. I could see them going after Jesper Wallstead. Or do you maybe see them trade away this
I could
pick?
see them trading away this pick, but
There's
I could
not a
see
lot
them
of
going
good.
right off the board, going for a guy like Simone Robertson, who I think is really underrated and not his upside is unbelievable. I really like him. I could see grabbing a guy like that. I think he's probably the worst ranked in most
Mm-hmm.
worst ranked out of the rankings that I've
Oh,
seen.
the pick is
Or
in.
maybe they think that they can get the best out of Atu Ratu Because he,
Why are we seeing Ron Francis?
oh, they're just talking to him about the draft and all that kind of stuff like
Oh,
that.
it says the pick is in for Ottawa there, so. Yeah, this is Matthew Beniers is the type of player that they
Francis is
wanted,
not going to drop names.
and who
Yeah. They're
above
trying to
all
ask him, like,
Beniers?
what's his upside? They're trying to get him to say a name that he's Ron Francis is not going to tell you that he looks like this player or that player. There's no way you're going to do that. Lorne, welcome, Lorne.
No.
Right on, buddy. Oh,
Hey,
they're doing YouTube giveaways. Wow. So they're holding out on this pick, talking to Ron Francis.
oh, sick.
Do you think maybe they could trade this pick? This seems like a very tradable pick,
Maybe
especially for a team that would want a young goaltender.
it feels like it. Why is it so long?
Yeah.
The
Uh,
pick is in. It's been saying that for the past couple minutes.
well, if the pick's in, then I guess they're not doing it. Okay, they're just. This was just a break to talk to Ron Francis for whatever reason, a filler.
Oh my God, I don't. Give me the pick. Uh,
Uh,
Alrighty, this says the pick is in, but there's been no selection, so maybe there will be a trade here. I think there's like a little bit of a
there would be
timeout,
a good.
but I think
This
there's
would make
something.
sense to trade because they don't really need to grab a pick here, really. If the
No, they have a pretty loaded team, and they're at a bad. Oh, here we are. Hang on.
okay, they're gonna
10
make the
picks away
pick.
from the Oilers.
I think you're right. I think they might go with the goaltender.
I think they're going with Jesper Wallstedt.
Yeah, Lauren says Wallstat too.
Tyler, what?
I told you it would be off the board.
Tyler,
It's
who?
off the board. I said I wouldn't be surprised if it went off the board.
Whoa!
That's way
What?
off the board. Way
Wow!
off the
This is a
board.
wow. Like McKenzie has him at 29. Elite Prospects has him at
Yeah,
45.
I said it could.
FC
Things
Hockey has him at
like
93.
why don't you trade down, man?
I didn't even know this prospect.
They took the power forward.
Yeah, Tyler Boucher, he doesn't project. It's a 20% that he projects to be an NHLer and 4% that he's a star. This is a big
Well, I
risk.
mean, Ottawa is really good at
Big
drafting, so I'm
risk.
going to give them credit here. Like they are very, very, very good at drafting, and they've gone off the board, and they're almost always right.
And
So
Boston University, isn't that part of like all the other guys that
I
they got
think
on the
is
team right
that
now?
is
Do
that
they
where they?
play
Oh
at
no, I thought
Boston
it was
University?
North Dakota that they got all those guys from, like Sanderson and all those. It's
Oh
North
yeah, North
Dakota.
Dakota, yeah. Yeah. Well, Columbus is up next again. They picked out what was it, a fourth the first time? So goaltender has to be. Wallstedt has just dropped right in their fingertips. Is this with the Chicago pick?
Yeah,
No
this is
way.
with the Chicago pick.
No
Now they could go
way.
off here too. I could see them going off the board here too because
but I could see them go with Jesper
I
Wallstead.
could. They got Merzlikins
They
there.
need a goalie.
They don't. Yeah, and that
But
poor
Merzlikins, they've
dude
been
passed
talking
away
about
there.
trading him.
He passed away. He got so
Yeah,
yeah. They could fill their goaltending spot here. If not, I
I
could see
think
them going
Wallstead.
with Nikita Chibarov. They could think that Atu Ratu is okay.
Yes.
Atu Ratu. I think they could take Atu Ratu here. Either that or the goaltender.
Eh. I could see Chabar, that Russian there, Chabaryu
Yeah,
or whatever
Chibarov.
his name is, and
Atu Ratu. Or
Jesper
Wallstead.
Wallstead.
But Atu Ratu. If they think Atu Ratu just had a down year, like there's a lot of maturity stuff there. Like whoever, I don't care who they picked. I'm not even going to say Kekalainen's a brilliant guy. He's probably right, whatever he picks.
They know it's Wallstead. It's so quick. Wallstead has to be.
He may, like I said, I'm not going to question the Sens. Their drafting is fantastic. So if they think this guy's going to be good, he probably is. And this draft for me, I got to admit, I'm a little bit out in left field on a lot of these picks. So the top of the draft I was good with.
Oh yeah, Tyler Boucher. Also, COVID's hit these players so
Yeah,
hard too. So, like, we don't even know
that's
half
right.
these players. Like Tyler Boucher, I didn't even know him, and he was a second round guy, and I would usually know second
So
round people.
Kekalainen's going to make. I thought there'd be more trades here, but
Oh wow, I went with
Cole
Cylinder.
Sillinger.
Not a
Oh, that's a
bad
good
pick
pick.
either.
That's a
Another
good pick.
centerman though.
That's a really good pick. Cole Sillinger. Yeah, I like Cole Sillinger.
We weren't even thinking about him because we were thinking that they were went
They
after
go
maybe a
off the
goaltender
like. I
forward,
don't know
but
what he's
like
gonna
yeah,
do,
like you were
and
saying, this is a really good pick.
Cole Sillinger is a nice pick.
Dude, his
Yeah,
upside is really good. He projects high. He really does. He has a high chance of being a
yeah.
real big star.
He is Cole Sillinger from what I saw. He's almost as sure. He's a safe pick. He's almost assuredly going to be a third line center. Almost assuredly. It's just a question of can he be in the
Mhm.
top six. But he's probably the safest pick they could have picked there.
Well, no, he projects like his projected chance of becoming an NHLer is
Yeah,
94%. He ranks
he's
up there at
almost for
4.
sure going to be an
His
NHLer. Yeah.
his he's 63%. 63% at becoming a
Wow.
superstar in the NHL. He's one of the highest ranked, almost
I
one of the
think that's
highest ranked
stretching. I think that's
in this
stretching a
draft
bit.
this
Those
year.
rankings might have came from when he was younger because he kind of had a down year. But like you said, you don't
His
know
NHLE timeline
with
is
COVID
actually
and everything like that. Yeah.
no.
And the fact that Kekalainen picked him, he's probably going to be a superstar. Like I will never argue with what Kekalainen does. So nice pick.
No, I think it's a good pick though.
Yeah.
I think he
But
could be a
look at
really solid
last
player
year,
for
he
the
took
Columbus Blue
some
Jackets. Could
Russian
be
that
either
nobody
top
even knew who
six.
he was. Like people were fumbling around going, who the heck is this guy? And he's looking like he's going to be really good. So, he,
Yeah, that
yeah,
Igor Chikhanov or
Shikhanov. Yeah,
whatever it
yeah, yeah.
is.
He looks like he's going to be really good. So,
And then also that Kirill
yeah,
Marchenko guy that they got in the third round as well.
yeah,
He's looking really
they're
good.
brilliant. He's a brilliant scouting guy, and they've got his scouting team is fantastic too. So what do we got next then? Because I know the
Calgary.
Flyers wanted Cole Sillinger, but Calgary,
Bro, can Jesper Wallstead fall back to Edmonton,
yeah, but
please?
except for the fact that
Please.
Edmonton won't pick
Hockey
him.
gods, just give me
Edmonton
something
won't pick
today.
him.
Just give me something today.
Yeah,
Give
but
me
no, you
Jesper
don't
Wallstead.
because then you'll just get frustrated because they
Please.
won't pick him. He'll drop to him and they won't pick him. They'll pick like some who knows. The
Don't
Flames are
even.
gonna pick. What
Don't
are the
even, man.
Flames gonna pick?
That would tick
The
me off
Flames are
so
going to pick
much.
a Suter type player.
They
They
I
wanted
don't know.
Sillinger. They wanted Sillinger for sure. They would have picked Sillinger. I say Isaac Rosen.
You have to think.
I think they're going to take Isaac Rawson. That Isaac Rawson is the type of guy that plays the type of game that Sutter would love, or Sutter,
Well,
Sutter,
Chaz
Chaz
Lucius is still
Lucius.
there.
Okay, yeah, Chaz Lucius. I forgot about Chaz Lucius.
Matthew Coronado is not a
Maybe
bad
Chaz Lucius,
idea,
yeah.
but I think they need more centermans. That this guy named Fyodor Shevchenkov, I think his name is. He's from the VHL there, ranked 16th here on my NHL draft. That
Svechkov.
might be a guy that
Yeah, a guy who
Calgary could
can't
look at as
score
well.
and plays defense. That'd be the guy, yeah. That could be it. Fedor Svechkov. That's a perfect Calgary pick, for sure. They love those guys. First rule for Calgary is you can't score. Second rule, you can, but you look like you can play defense, but you actually can't.
Oh, commercial break.
Yeah,
I'll be right
okay.
back. I just gotta go to the bathroom real quick.
Commercial. Oh, boo! Commercial break. No trade yet. Yeah, I'm surprised by that. But I always think there's going to be lots of trades, and then there never are. But we had the trades earlier on in the day, so I guess that works out all right that way. Yeah, all the trades got done early, I guess. You want to know how much of a hockey geek I am? I'm up. I have to do a whole bunch of stuff tomorrow, and I'm upset I can't watch the second round. I, I said
What's up?
I'm so much of a hockey geek that because like I've been doing marathons all week, and I really have been neglecting my family.
Oh yeah.
And we're going out this weekend, and I'm like kind of down that I can't watch the second round tomorrow. That's how much of a hockey geek I am. I'll watch the second round. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't mind the second round. I watch a little bit here and there.
Carolina.
I like how
Lauren's
fast it
going.
goes.
Carolina's going like you get a cane, you get a cane, you get a cane. Basically saying you're just giving people away left, right, and center. That's funny. In a way, they kind of are. But I do like if they sign Bernier, they saved themselves already, so they'll be all right.
Oh, here's the Flames.
Ovi's not getting
Who are they
traded.
gonna pick?
Ovi's
I
not
feel
getting
either
traded.
Chaz Lucius or Jesper Wallstedt,
They're not taking Wallstat.
or maybe trade.
Maybe they could. They don't really have a. What's their
They're
backup? They
taking
could take Wallstat.
Chaz Lucius or Jesper Wallstedt. Oh, that's a smart pick. I wanted him so bad on the Oilers. That is a brilliant pick for the Flames. I
Coronado?
seriously wanted
Yeah,
this
that's a
guy on
nice
the
pick.
Oilers.
Yeah, that's a nice pick. I'm surprised
Amazing
they
pick
picked
here
him.
by
That
the
was a good pick.
Flames. Just the thing is, another winger. That's
They
the
need a
problem
center, but they took
with
what
the
they
Flames
thought.
is they got
But they
so
thought
many wingers, and now they just got
no, they
another
got
guy that's a
what's
winger.
that guy? That was a good pick too, actually. Uh,
Oh,
Zari,
Connor
yeah,
Zary
Zari
or
looks like
whatever.
he's going to be a good pick. Uh, he's
Oh yeah,
from
he's definitely not going to be
Huntington, New
like a
York, though.
star-studded guy for the team. No?
Coronado's from Huntington, New York.
Who?
Coronado. That's just,
Hmm.
I don't know. I hope they had a really
Sabres
good
take
conversation
Wallstedt?
with him because people from New York don't generally go gaga over Calgary. but he's like a guy that, like what kind of guy they already have there in Manjapani.
Johnny Gaudreau.
He plays a lot like that.
Oh, Manjapani, yeah.
That's a nice pick.
Yeah, I think it's
I think it
a
is a
really
good
good pick,
yeah.
especially if they might be losing Kachuk or Gaudreau. It's not a bad
Yeah.
idea.
They got to just pick the best player available right there too. Chaz Lucius, he moved up fast.
It was really bad.
48 goals for Matthew Coronado. Yeah,
Yeah, he did.
he's got sick offensive skill.
Yeah.
He's a big Islander fan. That was, it was a nice pick. I mean, Coronado is. I have to admit, Coronado fell on me too. He could be all over the place. Like he could be dynamite.
Now, bro,
how big is he? How big is
if Buffalo gets Jesper Wallstedt, that trade is a fleece.
What's that? Oh.
If Jesper Wallstedt goes to Buffalo, that's a fleece of a move by Buffalo on Philly.
And I think he will. They don't have any goaltenders in their system at all. Philly wouldn't have taken him there, though.
No, not saying that they would, because they already have Hart. I'm just saying it'll look bad because of the
At this point, they probably would have took.
Especially if Russell doesn't go up.
I like Simone Robertson. Watch out for Simone Robertson, man. I really like that guy. I hope somebody. I'll see if somebody reaches for him. I don't know anything about this Francesco Pinelli. He just came up like. And Zachary Bulldog.
All the brothers look like they want to play with each other. That's not good for the Canucks.
I think we're going to start seeing some guys we've never heard of here in the second round and stuff like that. What's that?
I said because Luke Hughes was joking around about Quinn Hughes coming to New Jersey or whatever, and I'm like, that's bad news for Vancouver fans because Quinn Hughes is their prized possession right now in that back
that's
end.
the thing. If he says, "Oh, I don't want to sign here," like, yeah, go play with the brothers.
Yeah, I want to go play with
New
my
Jersey
brothers.
needs a defenseman. Yeah. How old? Like, he's got a ways till he's a free agent, though. That's about the only thing they can. They can hold. He's like 23, isn't he, Quinn? Or not even? He's not even that old. He's like 21, something like that. So it's going to be a while before he gets that opportunity. Sign a bridge.
Oh yeah, it'll be long before Quinn Hughes ever goes over to New Jersey, but it could be soon. You never know. But the pick is in. Yes, it is Lauren. We should be seeing the selection here for the Buffalo Sabres here soon once they get over with this little interview that they're doing.
I think Wallstedt to Buffalo makes a lot of sense, yeah.
It's really obvious.
Because they have nobody in their system. They traded Johansson to Colorado. Who else do they have? Like I don't think, and they haven't even signed Allmark yet. They haven't even signed Allmark yet.
They need a goalie. Unless Jukka Luukkonen's their guy, but because Jukka Man, I could really see Jesper Wallstedt dipping down to the Oilers, man.
If they get by Buffalo, maybe.
Unless Buffalo picks them. But you look back,
I could see Kosa getting down there.
They don't need a goalie. New York.
I could see Kosa getting down there, maybe.
Kosa's almost a guarantee.
No, I don't think so. I think there's a lot of people like Kosa better than. Okay,
yeah,
well.
Yeah, either way, you're gonna get one of the goalies, I think, if Oilers pick. Because
I don't know if
you got some really, really solid teams there. Like the teams that are not gonna need a goalie. Dallas doesn't need a goalie. New York, maybe,
no,
right?
they've
But they
got
have Shesterkin.
Ottinger.
St.
They've got
Louis, they have
Ottinger.
Binnington. Winnipeg, they have Hellebuck. Nashville has Askarov. It's
Oh,
perfect for us. We
yeah,
need to pick a
Likas,
goalie, I
that's his
think.
name. And I wouldn't be big on him.
I'm not trying to get my hopes up. I know Jesper Wallstedt most likely will be picked beforehand. I've been an Oilers fan for a long time. I
Oh,
always
they
get my
like
hopes up and I always
Pekka
get
Ukka
disappointed
Luukkonen too.
anyways. So
They
no
got
matter what,
Luukkonen. So
yeah,
they might be
yeah,
happy
that's what
with
I'm
him.
saying. That they might not go after a goalie, but we'll have to see. Yeah, Isaac Rosen.
Oh,
Wow,
they took
they didn't go
Rosen.
after Jesper Wallstedt, so I could see Jesper Wallstedt dipping down there, man. Maybe.
He's a tough dude. Like a high energy guy. Yeah, they got a couple guys like that. Michael Reason. Uh, he's not very big, but
But man, I hope the Oilers draft a damn goalie here, man. We need a damn goalie. We have a good chance of getting one today too,
Dallas,
man.
Dallas probably.
Tolan does not pick up
I
either
don't think
Kosa or
Dallas takes
Jesper
a goalie
Wallstead.
here.
Oh man. No, they got Oninger.
I think they take a
That's why
defenseman
I
here
don't I
after they
don't see
lost. If all things being equal, I think they said take Corson Kuhlmans or Carson Lambos.
Carson Lambos, I think would probably be your best bet.
Kuhlmans is pretty. I don't know. I like Kuhlmans too. Lambos had a bad year. Or again, get another Robertson, Simon Robertson. I would be taking him. I hope Edmonton gets Robertson, unless of course, Wallstedt's there. Then no. But if he's not there, if we get Simon Robertson, I'll be very happy with that.
Can the Oilers pick already? I would like to see the 20th overall selection. Can we just like
Or Brennan
fucking
Othman too.
fast forward to that?
He's got a killer shot.
Offman,
Yeah.
I could see that
Yeah,
happening for Dallas.
Othman. I could see Dallas taking Othman for sure. They, Cole Sillinger played in Michigan? No, no, it's Johnson, right? They picked Johnson. Yeah. Yeah, I had Johnson in my. I had this pretty close on my mock draft, pretty close. But I thought Detroit was going to take the goaltender, but that I did the draft before they got Nedeljkovic. So, and then I said, if
Mm,
not him, probably Edvinson, and that's who they picked. So yeah, they love their Swedes because they are very family-oriented people, and they bring a really good family feel to a dressing room. So, Ross into the Sabres.
yeah. I think, man, these picks are so unpredictable. They could go anyway. Still got Lassell. They still got Lucius there. I think I could see either Hoffman. I could see Chaz Lucius,
I think
but I
Othman.
could
Othman is my
see.
Othman is my pick right now.
I think Coolman's right-handed
Coolman's,
defenseman
yeah.
might not be a bad
Those would
selection.
be my three.
I think that's what they go with. Coleman's is my selection there.
All right, we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised on Coolman's either. Now, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing a
No.
whole lot of stuff right off the board. Trade happened. No, Johnson's not NHL ready yet. None of these guys are NHL ready yet. Power's not even playing.
Oh, a trade.
Oh,
Oh wow. Oh wow.
now they're
Detroit's
going to
gonna crush
take.
me.
Now they're going to get the
No, I'm
goaltender.
kidding.
So I was right.
Wow, that's actually
I was right.
surprising.
They're going to get both Wellstead. Well, I mean, they're
Yeah.
going to get both of them. I said it was going to be Edvinsson or Wallstedt, and they're going to get both. That's crazy.
That's nuts. Ah, I'm on Wallstead.
You're not. They're not getting.
Well, now I'll be looking forward to Casa, which I mean, no doubt, Sebastian Casa is still a great goalie. Not bashing on the guy. I still love the guy, but I would love myself some Jesper Wallstedt. But it's being traded off to Detroit. I don't know what the exact deal is. I'm being told Jack Eichel to New York is now imminent. Ooh. Do you think Jack Eichel could happen in this
Oh, that
draft
would be
today?
awesome.
Because the 16th. Yeah, Detroit moving from 23 to 15th in the trade with Dallas here.
Wow, 3 picks.
Hmm.
Now they could also be looking at Coleman's here either, too. Carson
A
Coleman's
what?
too. They could take another defenseman in Coleman's here too.
I think they're gonna go
I
after
think they're
Wallstedt.
going to go after Wallstedt though. I agree. Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. I think the pick is going to be made imminent. Like it's going to be made here quick, without a doubt. Well, Jesper Wallsted's the
Smart
guy.
move for Dallas actually to move down if they didn't want Wallstedt because they need prospects to be right away. So that was actually a pretty smart.
And you didn't really want to pick Jesper Wallstedt that high, especially with the amount of good players up there too. And you see if Wallstedt drops, which of course he did, because once you get past the top 10, Columbus might not choose one, and if Columbus don't, you won't see Calgary choose one, and you probably won't see Buffalo choose one. So it's a perfect gateway for Detroit to take Wallstead.
See,
Smart,
they got
very
Moritz
smart,
Seider, Lucas Raymond, that
very smart. My guys are man.
Bergeron, Albert Johansson. He's looking really good. Like Valino, I don't know. I'm not. I'm not. I don't think even they're big on Valino. They've been kind
But
of trying to trade Valino away.
do you think maybe that since they got Nedeljkovic, maybe they won't
I think
go after
Nedeljkovic was a fill-in guy.
um
I think it was a
Jesper
fill-in
Wallstedt?
guy. If he can beat out,
Just like a
if
guy
he
to
can beat out
filler.
Wallstedt, then fine. But you see what I mean? I think he was kind of a filler guy. He's like, oh, don't worry, we don't want to sign you long term. We just want to sign you to 2 years. So you can, when we'll see what happens when you go to free agency, and that's what Wallstedt, that's what Nedeljkovic seemed to want. He wanted to go to free agency, so he probably has a team he really wants to go to, for whatever reason. And so they're like, yeah, you will. I mean, we need a goaltender here. We'll see how it works out. Maybe you like it in Detroit, maybe you don't. Whatever, you know. That's they don't care right now because like
Hmm.
uh, it's so they're so fortunate in Detroit to be able to build a team as slowly as they want to. Like where else? How many other organizations would be able to build that slow? Not
Not
too
very
many.
many.
Like
Oh, the pick is in. Come on, come
just
on.
wait. I'll be right back.
I want to see what it is. Okay, see what it is here, boys.
Hi, what's going on? You guys went out?
Whoa!
Okay.
Sebastian
Oh, I would have
Kosoda.
walked down with you.
What?
I'm not done yet, no. 15 minutes. The what?
Wow. That is stunning.
Oh,
Sebastian
they took
Koso
Kosa.
to the
Okay.
Detroit
Oh,
Red
nothing,
Wings,
sorry.
which I was not expecting.
Oh, nothing. I'm still on my thing, so
I
yeah. Do you want me to go down there to save on? You gonna hang out there for a while? Okay.
Jeez, this is crazy, man.
Yeah, walk
If
back
we
here,
get
and
yes,
then that'll
no.
be perfect.
If we get
You'll get
Jesper
the
Wallstead,
exercise
that's
anyways.
nuts. Either
Yeah.
way, I was gonna be happy either way.
Wow, they took
But you
Costa and
still
I
might
said there was a
get
lot of guys that like Costa
Wallstead,
better
bro.
than Wallstat. I'm really surprised by that, but wow,
Wallstead's still
you could
good
still
though,
get
so
Wallstat. Yeah.
either way.
Wow.
Oh, can we get Wallstead?
We still got how long is this? Is this 2 hours?
It goes until 8:30.
Oh my gosh, I gotta.
It's a long draft.
Okay, I gotta.
Oh, you gotta
No,
head out?
I gotta call. I was wrong. This is over at 8:30. But where do you need to go? What time does it close? Okay, we'll get there. No, we'll get there. We'll leave at 8:30 and we'll get there. Oh yeah, easy. It's only 15 minutes away. Yeah. Yes, we will. Okay, come home. We will. Okay. Sorry.
Oh man, if we get Wallstead, no worries. If we get Wallstead, that would be amazing. But that's surprising.
I
Sebastian
thought
Costa,
for
that's weird.
sure they were
That's
going to take
crazy.
Wallstat there. All over that.
It was like a guarantee to go after
But
Wallstead.
I said there's a lot of guys that said they like Kosa better than Wallstat, and they did. So
Yeah.
now the Rangers aren't going to take
So
Wallstat.
I'm hoping Wallstead drops. No, the Rangers have Sturkin.
Then they got Gorgiev.
There's no way that they would take Wallstead at this pick.
Or they're
Yeah, and
trading the pick
Gorgiev.
for
They
Eichel.
don't need a goalie. Oh, will we see
They're
that?
trading
Dude,
the
that'd be
pick for
nuts.
Eichel.
That would be nuts if that would happen.
They don't look like guys that are trading for Eichel right there. Uh,
No,
uh,
not right now, I don't think, but it looks like they're going to
yeah,
make their
I
selection.
think. Uh,
Commercial break. Damn it. I wanted to see the other
well, we're
selection
going
here.
to by 8:30.
Ah. Yeah, yeah, I know. Dude, this draft is insanely long. I don't know why it has to be this long.
Well, if the,
Feels like the NBA draft is. I don't know why they have to make this draft so damn long.
uh, anyways,
Oh wow, the Rangers are up next. So
well,
who do we see them going
if they
there?
don't trade the pick, and it doesn't look like they're going to, by the way that they were sitting around like pretty much just
No.
sitting there. Uh, they could be
Yeah, they
anywhere.
didn't
Like
look like they were
they
worrying
could
about
be.
nothing. So
I would think they're going to go with a defenseman. All things, just keep on getting huge defense or big defensemen and go with Carson Lambos or Carson Coleman's. Uh, Maybe they go after like that Zachary Laho that I've been talking about, or Simone Robertson. That could be the one. But they got so
yeah,
many wingers already. They just traded one away. But at this point, they're just taking the best player available, right?
they're just they are legit just stockpiling. Honestly, it's just stockpiling and then maybe moving those prospects out for later. So if you're trying to make a move with Jack Eichel still, I would try to maybe either select someone that's good for your team
Yeah,
or
call
someone
Buffalo and
that's
say, who do you
really
want
good for
here?
the
Call
trade.
Buffalo and say, who do you want here?
Yeah, who do you
Yeah.
want here?
Fabian Lysell is
Yes, for
still out
Wallstead.
there too. That could be a guy that, yeah. He's he's a
Could
pretty
be.
skilled dude. He plays hard. You know, one of the, like he's on the small side. Uh, he's like me or somebody like that.
The pick is in. Let's
Uh
see
oh,
what it is.
no data. Okay, excellent connection. The pick is in, so they're not trading it. So they're. It doesn't look like Eichel's getting traded at the draft.
No, probably not. Nice, smart pick. Smart pick. That's who I was kind of thinking they were going to go after.
Who did they go?
Really smart pick here with Hoffman.
Yeah, yeah, okay, Othman. Why didn't we mention Othman? Because we already said it for Dallas. Why wouldn't they? Yeah, Othman.
Very smart pick. St. Louis is
He's a
now on the clock,
shooter.
but very
He's a
smart pick here by
shooter,
the
yeah.
Rangers getting Hoffman. Yeah, has some good playmaking abilities. He's a good pick for them, honestly.
Always in your face. So yeah, they're gonna want a guy like that. There you go.
Oh yeah,
Lauren wanted Othman. Lauren wanted Othman for Carolina. He's been saying that forever.
yeah. I like that was gonna happen.
Are we gonna get Wallstat really? Are we seriously gonna get Wallstat?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Don't even say it. Like I can't.
St.
I'm getting too
Louis.
excited.
Winnipeg
If
could take
Holland
him.
does not
Winnipeg
pick,
could take him because he won't be ready for a couple of
if Holland
years.
does not pick Wallstead, I'll blow my brains out.
Nashville's not
I would
taking
be so
him. Yeah, we could
frustrated.
get him, man. We could get him.
I know. Ah,
That's the thing. Is it's
dude, I thought Jesper Wallstead was like a faraway dream. I thought it was a faraway dream that Jesper Wallstead would happen. Come on, dude, this draft is so painfully slow. They gotta speed this up.
well, they're milking it. There's a half an hour left in this draft.
Yeah, like an hour and a half.
There's a half an hour. It's in. They could have did all this in no time. Like they're milking this big time. St. Louis is on the
Oh, I
clock
guess.
right
Oh,
now.
I guess it ends.
I don't know. You could go. They
St.
need big
Louis's.
defensemen. They're gonna take what? They're gonna take Coleman's here. I think that's what they're gonna take here.
Yeah, I could see them taking
They
Coleman's
so
here.
like you got Krug, Falk. Like they got. They're gonna take Coleman's here, almost for sure. Uh, Bennington's there. They don't have much of a backup, so they could.
I don't see them picking Jesper
I mean,
Wallstead. I could see them picking
personally,
a
if I'm St.
defenseman.
Louis, I'd take Wallstead here because he's the best player available. Just period. He's the
Oh
best
yeah,
player available.
I'd probably take Wallstead too, but
So, because I mean, but he can be a killer backup, and then you can choose between Binnington and him at the time and trade him or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, God, if Edmonton doesn't take him, that's stupid. Like we have nothing coming up at all.
Oh my lord. No, like the only guy is Kunavalov, and he's
Oh
still
yeah, there's that
decent
guy.
a
Yeah,
ways
he
out.
was playing really well. Yeah, yeah, there is him. I think St. Louis takes Lysell. Actually, that's who I think it is. Or wait, they got that Svechkov guy, but Svechkov I think is going to fall. Oh, please don't tell me Edmonton takes Svechkov. Come on, I'd be. It feels like a Nashville pick, Svechkov.
Okay, there we go. St. Louis is in. Come on, Oilers pick. Come quick. Let's see who St. Louis picks.
Let Shabirkov be a
Oh,
Kane.
Zachary. Huh.
The stream ended. Oh,
Zachary
the
Bolden.
stream ended.
Not a bad.
No, it's back again. It says excellent connection.
No, it was good.
It's still going, right? No, it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
It's back
It's
up.
still going.
Okay. All right.
It's he said it's back
Okay.
up.
Oh, they took Bulldog.
I don't know. Zachary
Yeah, that
Bulldog.
doesn't surprise me. They big centers. They love big centers.
Not a bad one. Not the worst.
He's pretty average, dude.
But honestly, we're up at that
Yeah.
point now where a lot of these guys are just kind of average, right? Like the last good guy that we're talking about right now, maybe Chaz Lucius, he'd be good. Maybe Chibarokov,
Bulldog,
Stankoven would be a bad
Bulldog
idea.
is probably going to be a bottom
Pinelli.
six
There's
guy.
still some good. There's still some good solid picks.
Yeah, I mean it's hard for me to say here. They've got what do they got? Neighbors,
Now I can
Dominic
see.
Falk. Well, that's who they select. But they got neighbors. They keep on picking bottom six guys like Klim Kostin. They got so many of those guys. They need scorers like hardcore, and defensemen. I don't really get that pick.
No, I thought they were gonna go after Coleman's, but that kind of leaves the rate open for Winnipeg to do that.
Coolman's, almost for sure. Coleman's. Where Coolman's is where is he from?
I think he's an Alberta boy.
Then for sure they will.
But I think I could see Carson Coleman's going to Winnipeg.
He's going to go to the University of Wisconsin, though.
Yeah, but
He's from Regina.
or that
He's
or
from
Carson Lambos,
Saskatchewan.
but
Absolutely no doubt about it. They're taking Coleman's.
perfect.
No doubt about it. He's from Saskatchewan, man. Unless
Sasky
he
boy.
doesn't, he wants to get away from Western Canada because he's going to college. So maybe he doesn't want to be, like there's a lot of like if you grew up in Western Canada, you want to go see the world. So maybe he said, "Nah, I don't want to be. I want to go somewhere different." But otherwise, Alberta boy, they have a hard time keeping people in Winnipeg. So I would say that's got to be the pick.
Mm-hmm. I think Coleman's. I think Coleman's is the best bet with the Winnipeg Jets here. It's the better option here. They don't need a goalie. They got a pretty stacked up forward core. They did miss out on they did lose out on Mason Appleton, so maybe they go after a forward here as well. You could see that, but I could most likely see a defenseman.
They got Perfetti, Sandberg, Christian Vassilainen. I don't think he's going to make it. I don't think Berdin's going to make it either. If that's their top prospects, they just need defensemen like crazy. But I mean, Kuhlman's isn't going to be ready for
Here we
quite
are.
some time, but still.
No, but that's a lot of guys in this draft right now. There's a lot of unknown with some of these guys, and are they ready or not? So I think it's just going out for the best potential.
Oh, they
Oh,
took
Chaz
Chaz
Lucius.
Lucius. Look, throw you right out. Wow.
Yeah, that's. I guess that was another player that we
Yeah.
totally forgot
I
about.
just,
But this guy
yeah.
dropped a
Well, he
lot,
sort of dropped and he sort of
so
gained at
good
the same
selection,
time
honestly.
because he wasn't even in the first round like 2 months ago. He worked his way up.
No,
So
this is a really smart
now
pick
they
here by
got
Winnipeg.
Perfetti and Chaz Lucius. Uh, like physically, you can tell he's not going to be ready for a while, right? Lucius is gone. I'm surprised they didn't take
No,
Coleman's there.
but
Oh, he's from
you
Minnesota.
never know.
Chaz
Now
Lucius is
ooh, the
from
Oilers are getting
Minnesota,
close.
which isn't too far away either. So that's not bad. Yeah.
No, that's isn't too far away from Winnipeg,
When are
dude.
they ever going to get
Wallstead,
defensemen? When are they ever going to
no
get
way.
defensemen? They're never going to have defensemen ever. Hinola.
No, I don't know what. I mean, Lucius was a smart pick, but it sucks that they didn't go after a defenseman. But I could most likely see them doing that in the second
So
round.
Nashville. Oh man, Nashville's not going to go with a goaltender. Or at this point, it could be so many. I could see Nashville taking Atu Ratu here, but it all depends. I don't know what happened to the. He played for the Finnish league last year, and he did really poorly. He just had a took the he had a bad year. He had he only had like 6 points in 35 games. He was starting to be scratched a lot. When he came up to playing against men, I don't know if it was a maturity issue or a commitment issue. That's why he's falling. Like teenager.
Who
No,
is that? Chaz
Atu
Lucius?
Ratu. Atu Ratu
I
was
think
supposed to be a
it's
#1 pick.
Altu Ratu just had a rough year. I know he was supposed to be the number one pick, but oh, talent wise, he just wasn't as he was.
Yeah,
I think we're
they're
going
not
out to
taking the
commercial break.
goaltender. They're definitely not taking the goaltender. That's for sure.
No, I know Nashville's not probably. Hopefully not, but you never know. I'm just trying not to get super pumped up about Wallstead because
Yeah,
Holland. But man, if we don't choose
I'll
Wallstead,
be like blown
we
away
don't
if they
choose
don't
him.
choose Wallstad. If he falls to us, I'll be really up.
Oh man, I'm like sweating. Oh man, I hate being a fan of the Oilers. Hate it so much. This team crushes my heart so
Yeah,
many
for
times.
sure. Oilers are gonna get Wallstad. Maybe.
If we get Wallstead, we get Wallstead, that'd help us get so much. That would help us so much for the future. That would fix a lot of the problems going forward.
Well, it's assuming he works out, right? Goaltenders are voodoo, but
Yes, assuming he works out and he'll be a while away before he's even ready. That's the problem. But when he is, I think we'll be a pretty dominant team. Hopefully. But I would really like to see Jesper Wallstedt as an Edmonton Oiler. I think he'd just be perfect for the future. We've been having such a hard time finding goalies for years. We finally get a goalie arriving upon our doorstep. You know, this is a guy that's played really, really well this past season. Not too bad in the SHL, but I think a guy that can grow.
The only reason
The
why I
sky's the
would
limit for
say
Walls.
I, if they at least take the power forward in Robertson, great hands. Like I think he's way undervalued here, but at least, but I still would take Wallstead, no doubt about it. Like no doubt about it. I wouldn't doubt it that Nashville takes. Well, it's got to, yeah. I mean, Nashville's not going to take it. We're next. So Wallsted's going to be there.
Jabarkov.
I think they're going to take uh, Simone Robertson. I think they're going to take him. I think Carson Lambos might even go out of the. Oh God, please don't tell me we take Carson Lambos. He had a brutal year this year. He's a defensive defenseman. We don't.
The pick is in for Nashville and then Edmonton. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Come on, let's get the pick going. Come on, let's go. Get Gary Bettman. Let's go.
They got to speed this up a little bit for sure because I mean there's still a lot of picks left after this, and there's only like 20 minutes left. And Detroit's
I don't think it ends at 8. Well, I guess it ends at 8:30
yeah
my time.
8:30. 8:30 your time? Oh my gosh!
So it would be
This
9:30.
is going to be another hour past that. Oh, my wife will lose her mind. I'm going to have to leave you on alone here. I thought it was 8:30 my time.
Yeah, no.
Holy crap, this is long. Yeah,
It is so
yeah, I think
long.
I'll have my head chewed off if I go that long.
I know even I'm dying here. This is, I don't know why it needs to be
They're
this so
just stretching
long.
this out ridiculously. This is ESPN. I think they won't make this mistake again because I'm pretty sure I
They
think their
can't. This is
viewership, the
so
viewership is going
long.
to be out of here. Like,
Well, after the Oilers pick, I don't care what happens afterwards. There's nothing gonna happen.
I'd like to stick around for it, but like I've been doing a whole lot of.
Hmm.
I'll have to talk to Caroline about it.
Dude, why are we interviewing Stevie
Because
Eiserman when
they
the
have to
pick
waste 2 hours.
is in?
They have to waste 2 hours. Like next year, I don't think they're going to make this a 2 hour show because, yeah.
Well,
Let me go
it's not
check to
even like a
see
2 hour show. It's like 2 hours and a half. It's like a full hockey game.
what time did it start. 6, right? And it's going to go till 8:30 your time. I thought it was my
Yeah.
time.
No, it's going 9:30 your time, so it'd be from 6 to
Why two
9:30.
and a
For
half
me, it's 5 to
hours?
8:30.
That is cray cray.
2.5 hours. It's like a full hockey game.
He's still got 30 people watching over there. They've kept up 30 people pretty much the whole time.
Nice. Let's go, let's go. Let's go. Let's
Oh, they
get to
got
the
to waste
Nashville
time,
pick.
waste time, waste time. I guess we're only halfway there, so.
Nashville's picking in Oilers, baby. Let's go.
I'll leave the stream going, and I got to go do something, and I'll come back. I got to leave at 8:30.
Okay.
I hopefully can get back by 9, and I'll just leave the stream
Wow.
going, and you can keep on chatting here. But I'm actually getting a lot of playbacks for some reason. They took Svechkov. I
That guy.
told you, Nashville. Svechkov seems like a Nashville guy. They don't like scoring in Nashville.
Come on.
They, they don't like
Come on,
scoring in
Kenny.
Nashville. So.
Please do your thing. Don't be an idiot this time and pick Wallstead. Please.
It doesn't surprise me at all they took Svechkov.
What seemed to be a distant dream. Wallstead could possibly be an Edmonton Oiler. That is insane, bro. Come on, Kenny. Probably all the Oilers Twitter is going nuts right now.
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, that's what all Nashville
Yeah.
picks is always guys with great hustle and work ethic. Like their whole team is like that. They can't score with the darn. They need scorers.
Come on, Oilers, pick Wallstead. It's the easiest selection
Yeah,
of your
oh yeah.
life. Easiest selection of your life. Easiest selection of your life, Oilers. All I want to see is this pick for the Oilers. Like that's like their biggest need right now is a goaltender. Like there's nothing more than the biggest need right now than a goaltender or a winger. But having Jesper Wallstead is just huge. It's a no doubter. You need a future goalie for the future, and Jesper Wallstead would be that guy. Elliot Freeman now is on the TV.
Oh, they're talking about Jack Eichel now.
Oh, Sam Reinhart's having more discussion. They're
More
talking about Sam
Reinhart,
Reinhart.
yeah.
Florida is interested in Sam Reinhart.
Stop talking on TV? What do you mean?
I think he's just thinking that they're
Oh,
talking for
stop
too
talking
long.
on TV. Oh, it's just they're pushing this like they're gonna go till I didn't realize it was gonna be till 9:30 my time. That's
It's crazy long.
I might have to boot out for a little bit and come back, but I'll leave this going. And then, but I
Okay,
want to see what the
sounds good.
Oilers are going to pick. Eleven.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
excited for what the
11:30
Oilers
Eastern.
what
Like
they're gonna do.
that's 11:30
That's nuts.
Eastern.
What
I
are
don't
they
know.
doing?
Oilers are on the clock for 2 more
Like
minutes.
this draft is nutty long. Like how do they expect people to want to watch this? Unless you're an avid,
I am a huge
rapid,
like I
like
would watch
really
it for sure, but
strong, passionate
the
fan about the
average fan
NHL.
is not going to
But
watch this.
yeah, the average fan might not. 50 seconds until the Oilers pick, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, dude, he is. He is making me wait on this one. He always does. He's
They got it. I mean, if they
uh
don't take Wallstead, I don't know. I don't know what to say.
they have to go with Wallstead. It's an obvious pick. It is an obvious pick to go with Jesper Wallstedt, without a doubt. It's the easiest pick of your life. Holland's just taken forever. He's taken the full 5 minutes.
They traded it. They traded it, buddy. I was just going to say, I bet you they trade the pick.
For nothing?
22 and 90.
For a
And you
third
know the
round
Wild's
pick?
taking him.
Oh, man.
I knew it.
Whatever. Or maybe they're moving up for a forward?
Hopefully. I don't know. They could be trying. They're pretty weak on defense now after losing a few defensemen there.
A third round pick isn't that bad.
But
We
it's
needed
okay if
another
we
pick
still
for this
get.
round. I don't mind that. If we still get Jesper
Yeah.
Wallstedt, it's aight. But if we don't get Jesper Wallstedt and Minnesota picks him, then what did we just do? But we do get another pick in the draft, which I like. We need more prospects, and not a bad plan. So hopefully it plans out. Just really wanted Wallstedt. I just wanted my team to make the pick, and they didn't. All the other fans are mad if we don't get Wallstead. They're like, man, if we just did this trade for
Well,
nothing.
depending on who we
Oh
pick,
my
too.
god. Oh. I don't see Boston picking Wallstead. I don't see Minnie, but I could
I
possibly
could
see
see
Minnie
Minnie
doing it.
doing it. Talbot's getting up there. Depends how much they like Kakinen. Oh, who's again? There's Coolmans is also from Saskatchewan, right? So that's the Minnesota area. That could be the guy they're looking at. Um,
Maybe.
maybe
Maybe
they
like
love their
Fabian
big. They
Lysell,
love like
Pinelli.
Lambos type guys. Maybe that's it. And like I said, there. So I love that Simone Robertson kid. So that's a possibility too. Or they want centers really bad, and they think that Atu Ratu will get his head together. That's possible. They want to keep on getting centers. We got to wait 2 minutes still for them to put in their pick.
Yeah, you might not even get to see the Oilers pick.
No, I can because I think she's going to try to go to Walmart now, so it's open later.
Oh.
Boldy, Rossi, Addison.
I don't get very much after those three.
Manel he's all right. He's
So
been
maybe they
playing
do
in
go
Europe.
after a skater.
They really could use some more defensemen. Manel is not likely
So
going
maybe
to
they do
make
go
it in the
after a
NHL.
skater here in this spot.
They could really use a defenseman. I could see them taking.
I feel like we kind of save ourselves here.
It's possibly that they're trading down because they know they're going to take the goaltender. And Boston's likely not going to take. Boston's probably not going to take him, so I'm hoping they just trade it down. They ended up getting a third, and they still get him. What's this? The antic apath.
Oh, why?
Wow. We have the worst organization on the planet, dude. Wow.
What a joke. Must be becoming Kraken fan. Jesus. Disappointing gambling. What a joke.
Unbelievable.
I'm so done with this team, dude.
I
So done with it.
He's going to
I
get
cannot believe
absolutely
that just happened.
lambasted everywhere here. If Wallstedt turns out to be as good as we all think he is, like, I don't get it. And you know who he's going to take? He's going to take Carson Lambos. Almost no doubt about it, he's taking Lambos.
I thought Holland was loving Swedish players. That was a dumb move.
Pretty bad.
Such a dumb move, man. Oh, I just cannot believe it. Such a joke.
They better take my guy now. They better take Simone. They better. Oh my God. They better take Simone Robertson. I have a feeling they're going to take either Atu Ratu or Carson Lambos.
I don't even want any of those damn players. That was the one guy that we needed on the team. Jesper Wallstedt. I don't know what Kenny sees in the rest of the draft. Kunavalov is a very, very big mystery. And we have almost a guaranteed goalie, franchise goalie, to come to
Then
the
again, there's a
Edmonton
whole
Oilers
general
for the
managers that
first
thought
time
otherwise. So I
in
don't
a
know.
long time. But Minnesota traded up to get this guy. Wanted him.
And they already had Kakinen.
Yeah, and that's
But
saying a lot. Wallsted's a good goalie. He has the potential. I've watched him. He looks like he could be a really strong goalie in
yeah,
the NHL. And there's no way of justifying this move. This move, if it works out for Minnesota, this will look like the worst move the Oilers ever made. Never traded that pick. Jesper Wallstedt was handed right towards us, and yet we don't pick him. I don't know what they about it anymore. I'm just so disappointed in Holland, what I've seen from him this offseason, and all the Oilers fans out there being fine with the mediocrity about this team and thinking Holland's a good. Did you just watch what
he's
just
a horrible
happened?
team.
We just gave up a franchise level goalie when we need a damn
And I
goalie
am
bad.
scared to find out who we're going to actually pick. Like, And I think I'm gonna have to find out when I get back. So just stick around. I'll be back in a bit.
Okay. Oh, I just can't believe it. Let's see what Boston picks in Edmonton. Rap video, yeah, maybe later on. Dude, I am just done being an Oilers fan. Honestly, I'm just disappointed. I don't even have the frustration or the rant to go on. It was just that we needed a goalie bad, and it was right on the doorstep to go
I
after
don't
one.
have to go.
And
I don't have to go.
okay, perfect.
Fabian Lysell. They
Fabian
took
Lysell got
Lysell.
picked by Boston there.
Okay, that makes sense. That
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah, wouldn't it be great to have a team that makes picks that make sense? Wouldn't that be friggin' awesome? That makes moves that make sense like almost all the time. That would be freaking awesome.
Maybe we go after the Russian. That would be my best bet to go after is Chibarikov. That would be the
I
guy I would
like
go after.
I like Simone Robertson. You know, I've already
Because
said that.
we screwed the booch on Wallstead, which
I
blows my
just
mind.
I don't know.
It blows it.
I have no idea. Like, what goaltender do we have? Like, I just doesn't make any sense at all that you don't take him there.
Like, what's the point of being an
Like,
Oilers fan anymore? Like, this team is just gonna throw McDavid
I
down the
just
drain.
cannot
It
believe
is
they
a
didn't take
joke.
him there. I just cannot believe it. Cannot believe it. The Oilers have always picked goaltenders in the third and fourth round because they say, well, you can pick them there too, but they never get anybody. They never get anybody.
And yeah, how well has that
It
done us
hasn't
over the
done
past couple
anything.
of
It's
years?
done nothing. Like,
Last time we did that was Devin Dubnyk. Sometimes it doesn't work out
it
all the
never
time.
works for them.
Jesper Wallstedt was just the writing on the wall. It was. We didn't go after him.
I told you I didn't want him to get down there because I knew that it would just be more disappointment.
And it was.
Unbelievable.
Whatevs. I
Yeah.
should have expected it. Especially what I've seen from Holland so far. This is his worst off season yet. I'm gonna make a video talking about it because it's a joke. It is honestly a joke. I don't care what anyone says. Like, oh, it's only July. I don't care. It's the worst off season yet. We pick up Keith, and he's a bum. We lose Larson. Now we're going to be signing Zach Hyman, which is awesome. He's a great player, but to the long term that we're going to sign him to. And now we missed out on Jesper Wallstedt. Like, everything that is going on with this team right now is just a big joke.
Yep.
Holland is just so
It's an
unfit to be a
absolute.
GM. It is unbelievable how old and past he is with these players and just with this team. He's destroying it single-handedly by being so dumb. It's
Well, it's
unbelievable.
his reasoning behind the picks
Unbelievable.
that he does. Even when they talk to him and when they talk to him in interviews and stuff like that, he sounds so stupid. It's ridiculous. Like when he said, "Oh,
Like
the
that
general managers in
Oberg
this league
pick
are
over
really good.
Zegras
So
and
it's they're
Caulfield.
hard. It's hard to. What did he say? Hard to what? What did he call it? Squeeze them. So basically, he's saying like they're the general managers are too good for me, so I'm not even gonna bother trying. it was, it was the whole interview was absolutely horrible. What did you want me to do? They told me that, well, Chicago. They told me that if we
Yeah.
retained, that it was going to cost you more. Well, so just because they
Then
told
you
you that
walk
doesn't
away.
mean that. Well,
Walk
it's
away.
yeah. You walk away until they call you back. You don't know if they're really doing that. Like you think that the first thing a general manager tells you is just gold? Like they're just hoping you buy whatever they're saying when you first start talking. For the love of God, just say okay, no, and wait for him to call back. Like it's such a moron. The guy's an idiot. I can't believe he. I thought all the stuff that happened in Detroit, I was hoping it was an ownership thing, but it wasn't. The signing of Nielsen and all of the things he did in Detroit after they were good is just what he is. Brutal. We got to fire our drafting division. Like really, just we need a whole new. I wish we would have got what's his name out of Florida. Somebody with some new ideas out there.
Let's see what the others select.
Oh, I'm so scared here. I'm so scared it's going to be Lambos. I swear to God, it's going to be Lambos. Who?
I don't like the.
40 points in the queue.
Nah. 25% to become a projected NHLer. He ranked
He's
around
got a really good
32.
release. He plays in the queue and he got 40 points in 29 games. That's nothing. That's nothing in
And
the
he's a
queue.
right-handed guy.
Is he a winger? He's a
He's
center.
a center. Yeah. Yeah. Wallstead, man. We blew it. I don't even care what you get in that third pick. Nothing compares to Jesper Wallstead.
I don't know enough about the guy, but he better pan out. I'll tell you that. He better pan out. Uh, didn't even take the friggin' power forward I liked. I was looking at Simone Robertson or Chibarov. Took up French. A French that put up okay points in the QMHL, which is an offensive league. Well, that was fun. Okay. Now
Pick is
Dallas's
not
pick is
terrible.
now the one that
Picking
Dallas
up
went down.
Xavier.
They'll take Robertson. I bet you they take Robertson. And like
Oh, yeah,
5
most
years from
likely.
now, we're gonna look back and say, Borgo, what the hell were we doing there? Squeezed in between franchise possible goaltender and a power forward in Simone Robertson. About
I
the only
cannot
thing I could
believe.
think of is if Jesper Wallstadt told his agent that he didn't want to play in Canada or something. I don't know. I don't know why Swedes are usually fine with playing in Canada.
Maybe.
That's the thing. You don't know all that stuff
It's,
too, right?
it's
But could you get a better
no, you
opportunity than
don't.
Edmonton?
But
I mean,
it's
they got a 40-year-old goaltender and nobody coming up. Like it would be a great place to play.
You gotta go after Wallstead. It was an obvious pick. I don't. You don't know the stuff in the background. No, there could have been something there, but I just think it's dumb. It's dumb. Especially only getting a third round pick and moving back to pick
Yeah,
Xavier
which they'll
Bourgault,
use. How much do you
especially
want to make a
Jesper
bet they use
Wallsted's
that pick
there.
to pick a goaltender? That doesn't.
The third, oh, most likely. It doesn't
Yeah,
come anything. Like, do they have that much faith in Stuart Skinner or
yeah,
Kunavolov?
they
Because those
must.
guys are,
That's that
they're
goaltender.
maybes.
Well, I've heard that he did put up some really nice numbers in the KHL. So
Kunavolov looks really, really good. That's the only
yeah.
lifeline that we have right now. But the problem is Jesper Wallstead is more of a guarantee than what a Kunavolov would be.
Oh yeah, Lauren's like,
Yeah.
oh no, we won't take Wallstat, and then go ahead and take them. Don't worry about it, we won't take Wallstat. And then probably Holland was like, oh, we don't want him anyways.
Most likely. Wouldn't doubt it. I was just waiting for the Oilers to like not pick Jesper Wallstedt at 20, but they traded away the pick, which is even worse.
Oh, way off board. They went off the board. I don't
Why
know who the heck
Johnston?
that is.
No, he's still. I think he's a first round prospect.
He wasn't
I
on
think
my
they had him
draft.
ranked up in the first round. But no, he's definitely a very big risk prospect. Wow, it's in Windsor.
Just under a point per game.
No, that's 28. That's what,
He's from
30,
Toronto.
40 points? No, 12. That's 30.
He's
30
just
points in 52
like a
games.
reliable guy. It's a Dallas type pick. They pick like that one. What's that guy that they have up now? Like they pick guys like that all the time. They can do all different things.
Oh, Rope Hens.
No, I'll tell you in a second. He's got a long name. He played his first year this year. He didn't play a lot. Oh, I already had Cap Friendly up there. Oh, whatever. Dallas,
See what
Dallas,
Bill Zito
Dallas. I'll
does.
tell you in a sec. They've got a couple guys like that. They might even have him still as a prospect. Well, Maverick Bork is. Oh, Delandria, Ty Delandria.
Oh, Ty Delandria.
Ty
Yeah.
Delandria, Maverick Bork. They take those guys. The Jackets. I'm going to be really interested to see who the Jackets take actually, because because always they usually pick somebody that you don't expect. Florida's on the clock now.
Yeah, we'll see what Bill Zito does.
Zito, that should have been our general manager, Bill Zito. Who did they take again? They got Sillinger and who?
Who? Which team? Columbus?
Columbus.
Kent Johnson.
Johnson, right?
Kent
Johnson
Johnson
and
and
Sillinger.
Sillinger.
That's a good combination right there. Yeah, good combination of centers, but like they're not going to be ready for a while. But I don't. I just hope this freaking French Canadian kid. We got another French Canadian kid too. How did he do last year? They picked him like top of the second round a few years ago. The Oilers.
Sorry, what was that?
We got another French Canadian player that they picked the top of the second round a couple of years ago. I think he played in Europe for a bit this year and then played in the AHL. Lavoie.
Oh, he's in our development
Rough.
system. Oh, Raphael Lavoie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just you can't give up on Jesper Wallstedt. Sucks ass.
He got 10 points last year in 19 games in Bakersfield. It's not too bad. He's 20 years old. Finnish winger. He's got 48 seconds. Man, they're just taking. Are they really going to do this for 2.5 hours next time? Like, is this what they do for football? They have it like this long?
I hope it's not. This is painfully
And
long.
I mean, I love hockey, but this is stretching it big time. And the guys that they have doing this guy here is not very exciting. Who is this guy? I don't even know who he is.
Sam Costantino, Kevin Weeks, and
Sam
a
Constantine.
few other guys. He's just the prospect guy. He's been talking a lot though.
Kevin Weeks, I don't mind. He's good. Man, he's gained a lot of weight. Holy crap. Atu Ratu is going to be interesting. Maybe Columbus goes with Ratu, another center here again. But I think finally Corson Kuhlmans comes off here. But with them, you just never know. They could go completely. I wouldn't be surprised if they go off the board on some European you've never heard before because they've done it. They do it quite often all the time. Samu Tuamala.
Yeah, that could be a guy. Sammy Tumala, that's not a bad selection either.
Xavier Bourgault.
I don't know. I don't know if he'll go after Tuamala. There's some better players out there like Pinelli and
Well, there are people that are up on the
who
board,
else
but
is
I
out
mean,
there?
when it comes to
Chibarikov,
Columbus, you just
Stankoven.
never know.
No, Florida's
Oh,
up next
Florida's
year.
next. Oh,
And then
okay.
Columbus. Oh my God, Chaz Lucius. We get another interview. Oh my Lord.
They're going to talk. Now they're going to. The pick is in, so they're going to interview Chad Lucius.
I'm just gonna change over the
Okay,
baseball
ESP
game. See if oh no, the Blue Jays are not on.
It's over? Blue Jays are over?
Yeah, sadly it's over. The Tokyo Olympics are on though.
He moved up really fast. It was Minnesota that picked. No. Who picked? He's from Minnesota. Who picked Chaz Lucius again?
Winnipeg.
Oh yeah, right. But man, they got a lot of forwards coming up. They got tons of forwards coming up. But they obviously they picked the Stankoven. I just like his name, Stankoven.
He's a really good prospect. I think that'd probably be the next best player. I think it'd be a pretty
This is
good pick here
according
for
to a whole
Florida
bunch of
to go
other
after.
scouts, right? So.
Oh, I know the rankings this year is everywhere.
He's at his yacht club. Shane Churla.
Wow.
Who?
What? Matthew what? Mackie Samosavate. Wow. That's a name. That is a name.
Maki Samaskevich.
Samo
Never even heard of him.
Samosavovich. Hmm.
U.S. Hockey League. He had like, is he a what is he? Right wing?
See, this is our knowledge about this year's
Yeah.
draft.
Yeah, usually I have much more, but I mean,
Yeah, near the end now, it's barely any players I know
yeah,
now.
make me a Samaskevich.
Yeah.
I have no idea what a Samaskevich is. No idea. Really skilled kid. Okay. He only has a point a game in the US Hockey League. That's not that great actually. In the US Hockey League, that's like pretty much average. He can shoot the puck. I like that pick a lot. He said, didn't he say that about every pick? That
Who, Lauren?
yeah, the guy that's doing the guy that their expert. Every pick, he never said, "Oh, I don't really like that pick." He said he liked every pick. It's a pretty easy job. Just,
It's
yeah, I
because
like
it's
that pick. I
just
like that pick. I like that pick.
that's just what their
Yeah, just say I
job
like
is
that pick.
basically on
They're not going to
Sportsnet,
say anything bad about.
ESPN. It's just like
They're
I
not
like
going
that
to
pick.
say anything bad about it because they're kids, right? It wouldn't be right for them to say that was brutal. Why the hell did I pick that guy?
What? This kid's
He's
a
not going to
bum.
make it in the
Get
league.
him
I
out of
had
here.
him in the seventh round. It's garbage.
Oh yeah, this kid's garbage. I cannot believe this team drafted this player from this list. This is unbelievable. I wanted them to choose this kid over this kid.
Who Panthers pick? They picked a sandwich. I have no idea who he
Yeah,
is. Sam,
Samoskevich. Mackie Samoskevich.
something like that. Samoskovich. Sam, or
This
Samoskovich.
Xavier Barol guy, I'm looking into him. He doesn't look like a bad player. Like his NHL certainty is up there. He has like from his stats that he's been putting up in the queue, he could potentially be a first liner, but I would probably rank him at near second liner. But he has some pretty good potential. He's an offensive winger who thrives with his off puck movement and ability to find space. He locates his shots well and has shown more and more creativity as he's matured as a player.
Yeah.
Not a bad pick, but when you look at the pick over Jesper Wallstedt, it's really
The only
rough.
thing I can think of is they love that Russian guy, and that he's going to be their guy, and they want to get as many players that can play wing with McDavid somewhere along the line. That's all I can think of.
Maybe.
That's all I can think of there.
Yeah, I just think it's dumb. No matter which way you put at it, it's dumb what the Oilers did there, especially giving up Wallstead the way that they
Yeah.
did. It's rough,
Not too smart.
especially when you're relying on a what 39-year-old goalie. Big risk.
39, yeah. And like I said, Skinner doesn't look like he's blowing everybody
I
away.
mean, he was good. He was good in the AHL, but he's still like maybe a year or two away, and he's not
He's
even
probably a
guaranteed that he'll
backup.
be a
He's
dominant starting
probably a
goalie.
backup.
Yeah, he's maybe a 1B. Maybe guaranteed probably a backup. That's why that move is bad. It's a bad move. We needed a franchise goalie, and you're not going to get it by not taking risks. And this was the year to take a risk. It really was. There's no other good players in that area. It was a good risk to take.
Yeah.
Like Wallstead would have been #1 in our prospect rankings, but now I don't even see I maybe see Barol in top 3 or no top 4, I guess.
We
I
might
have
we
them all
might get some
behind
echo here. I won't
Holloway,
hear what they're
Robert,
saying in
Bouchard.
with John's podcast.
The expansion draft stuff too.
Frank Saravelli got there first with the expansion picks.
Okay.
But
they
Friedman
both
confirmed a lot of them.
Yeah, I was just gonna say they both were.
But Frank Saravelli was the one who just spoiled the expansion draft. He must have gotten like half the picks, like hours, like literally that morning.
Oh, so they're talking about how it got leaked in the expansion draft. And they said Frank Saravelli spoiled the draft or something like that. But somebody's given them all those picks. Like, what's he going to do? If somebody's given him the leaks, he's going to do it, right? That's his job.
Mm-hmm. After this Columbus pick, I'll be right back.
Yeah, okay. So now Columbus. Yeah, I'm interested to see who Columbus picks here for sure.
I can feel the Russian winger. Either that or
They already
Carson
have that
Coleman's,
Russian
like
they
we've been
picked up
saying a
last
while.
time, so maybe they could, work with that other Russian, something like that. But with them, you just never know.
You just keep stockpiling now. Your team is pretty stacked up prospect-wise in Columbus.
Yeah, they got.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, season ticket holder they get to do it.
Carson Coleman, he going to the Columbus Blue Jackets. Good selection.
Yes,
They
nice.
need another defenseman, and that's a good pick.
Like I said, I was saying Coleman's earlier, right? As soon as if Kekalainen takes him, then he's going to be good.
Mm-hmm. And
again, that could have been we could have had
good
him.
Pick. Yep, we could have had him too. But I'm not bashing Xavier. I think Xavier is a good player. I think he'll be a solid player for the Edmonton Oilers.
I hope so.
Ranking up with Jesper Wallstedt, it's rough to look at.
You know what about this pick too? I think they're getting smart now and being particular about their picks. He's a small town guy, right? He's from Saskatchewan. What town was it in Saskatchewan? I don't know, but there's no such thing as a big town in Saskatchewan. So, so they're picking guys that don't want, like, because how many guys are running away to the big city? Jones, Panarin, right? So better get guys that don't need to want to play in the big city and stuff like that. So that's part of the reason I think they would pick that too. But also, he's probably the best pick on the board. Are you still there? Oh, he took off. Okay, so I'm on my own here.
Hell. Oh. Here's Minnesota's pick in.
The pick is in. All right. They're going to speed it up a bit now?
I'm hoping.
So Minnesota, this is from Pittsburgh, right?
Yes.
Is this for, who did they give? Zucker? Is this Zucker? No. I can't remember who they gave up for this. It was Zucker?
Jason Zucker. Yeah.
Okay, they're going to take my guy now.
Yeah, Lambos. Carson Lambos goes to Minnesota.
Okay, well, that's not my guy, but...
That's a pitcher-perfect draft for Minnie. Lambos, not terrible.
Well, I mean, he had a bad year last year, so he had a bad year last year. Before that, he was way high. So he fell down. He fell down the draft because he had a bad year. There's lots of reasons why he could have had a bad year this year. He's big, six. He's sort of big. I think he's still got some more growth.
And he also got injured.
Oh, he got
too.
injured too. So they're gonna have one
So,
big. They're
not a bad
gonna
pick here.
if he pans out, they could have a really
pretty
big
good.
defense because they also have a guy that I really liked in the draft from last year, I believe it was. And I'm trying. His name is escaping me at the moment, but I'll tell you in a second. Actually, it's Ryan O'Rourke. They got Ryan O'Rourke. Now they got Lambos.
Yeah.
Kalen Addison's not a small guy either. He's going to be ready. Oh, yeah, he is a small guy. Never mind. He's from Brandon, Manitoba.
Oh, yeah.
Where's Lambos from?
Winnipeg? I feel? No, that's his junior team.
Oh, so he's from Western Canada too, though.
Oh, Lauren's hoping for Nikita Jaborov. Yeah. I'm hoping that happens for Carolina. That'd be a steal for you guys.
He's from Winnipeg, Manitoba, yep. So,
Oh, yeah.
again, they pick guys that are like right around there. Winnipeg's a hop, skip, and a jump there from Minnesota. I believe Ryan O'Rourke was something like that too. Let me look it up. No, he's from Pickering, Ontario. Never mind. Wyatt Boucher, Brian Boucher's son, the Dallas Stars. Oh, that's Wyatt Johnston. Who was it that took Boucher?
Yeah.
It was off the board there.
Ottawa.
Right? Wyatt Johnson was off the board too, though. He wants Shiverkov. They went Coolman's. I think that was a good play, man. I mean, they got O'Rourke coming up. They got a lot of they definitely could use some more defense. Who did they lose? They lost Suter, and then they lost
Suter, yep.
Susi. So they got to replenish that
Yep.
defense in a big way there. Actually, they're still going to have to go out and get defense, I think, to fill out that roster because right now, if you look at their depth chart, they got Ryan O'Rourke.
Top 4,
they
top
got
6.
Ryan O'Rourke in the depth playing on the team next year.
Oh, jeez.
He's not. I don't think he's ready for that.
No.
Yeah, Ryan O'Rourke, Fedor Gordeev. He's only 22 years old, and Kalen Addison. They got 3 rookies on their D next year as it stands. So now they could sign Ian Cole again. He really liked it there, but he's a 5'6". And then they got Brad Hunt, who's also a 5'6". They need a top 4 defenseman.
Mm-hmm. Man, this draft is so damn long. Holy crow.
Yeah. Carolina's on the clock. Well, we'll find out if you get Shibrikov. Is Ratu going to go right off the board? And Columbus still has one more pick, too. They had 3 picks, eh? Columbus. They got one more. They got number
Minnesota?
32.
Or Columbus, yeah. Well, they don't anymore. They don't have 32. They traded that to Chicago.
Oh, right. Well, how come it still says they have 32 here? They didn't update that, or I didn't. I
Maybe
didn't. I
refresh
gotta
it.
refresh
Or
it.
refresh
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it still says they have 32. They must have not done that. They must have not updated it on my draft.
Okay. So here's why maybe Holland didn't go after the pick was that JD Burke warned that some players would be failing due to character issues unknown to the general public. Wallstead is one of those players.
Oh,
So maybe it was because of the fact that he has so many off ice issues. That's why Sebastian Cosso got picked ahead of Wallstead.
oh.
So maybe I don't need to be as
Well, there's
disappointed as
always
what I
something
was at
underlying,
first.
right? Like it's surprising that he slipped down as
And
much
if
as he did.
and looking at Xavier more and more and thinking about it, like if he's going to be the finisher, like how he looks in the queue, that'd be awesome for McDavid. Another right winger. We need right-handed guys for the future. We don't have very many, and builds up our forward prospect pipeline. And if we believe in Kunavolov the way that he's been looking, and he's been looking pretty damn good. He has, especially in the KHL, and he's going to be coming over to the AHL here soon. He's not that far out. So hopefully that goes good.
Yeah.
Still, I would have loved to see Jesper Wallstedt, but if he's having those type of character issues and the reason why he dropped from basically he was projected to be in the top 5 all the way down the 20th, then yeah, there's most likely
I
something there
don't. Yeah,
then.
I never heard anything about it. Who knows? But you never know, right? You just never know. That's what's.
He is a very emotional goalie. Remember in the World Juniors, he was kind of an emotional
Yeah.
goalie.
Maybe he talks smack to his teammates or something like that. You know, goaltenders that blame their teammates all the time, all the time, all the time. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be bad. That would be very bad.
Mm-hmm.
Bennington is like that. Uh, Bobrovsky is like that.
Yeah.
Bobrovsky turned into that. He ended up turning into that. So, no, they go to commercial break on small market teams, he says.
I don't
I
even
did not
notice
notice
that.
that.
I'm pretty sure they went to commercial break on the Oilers too, so I'm pretty sure they just go to commercial break after every like two,
Yeah, I
three
don't think it
picks.
has anything to do with who's up next. He's just he just wants to know what Carolina's going to pick. That's all. He's impatient.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't even tell you who Carolina's going to pick here.
No idea.
They said they would never pick a defenseman in the first round. Dundon said that. So it's probably not going to be a defenseman, I guess.
Maybe Carolina trading this pick. It's been taking a while to do this pick, so maybe, but I think it's just they just want to eat up
Oh,
time.
there's Brian Boucher. That's the father of the one player, Tyler Boucher. Remember the year he went to the finals, Brian Boucher? Like he never played.
Yeah, with Philly.
That
That
was
was insane.
crazy. Whoever saw that coming? He was in like an AHL goaltender pretty much his whole career. Scott Morrow. I thought you
Yeah, it
said,
was like
Lauren, that they would
Scott
never pick
Layton
defensemen in the first round. I thought you told me that.
beat Chayka or Scott Morrow. Not bad. Scott Morrow.
After they traded Bean, but I mean these defensemen probably aren't going to play for like 5 years, 6 years down here. Like you won't even see them for a
Oh
long
yeah.
time. So probably none of these players here now. But in one way, maybe, you could really pluck some gems here because you weren't able to see a lot of these guys progress. You you don't, they could progress really, really well. If they would have had the year to progress, they could have went way higher. Like a lot of these guys would have progressed a lot more and would have went a lot higher if they would have played, right? So you could be picking a guy right now, and if he would have been able to play, he could have been up in the top 10. So that's the one good
Mm-hmm.
thing about that. But I love that pick by Columbus at Carson Coleman's. I like that guy a lot.
It's good. It is, especially since you got two forwards right off the get-go, and then you get a solid defenseman later on. It's a good pick. Columbus has had a very
They've
successful
had a very
draft. I
successful
think
off
probably one
season.
of the best drafts. Yo,
Boquist,
dude, just getting the
Bean,
Seth Jones trade alone is
Boquist,
amazing.
Bean. I think if Johnson turns out like the Peterson, it sounds like he's going to be, and then
Oh, there's a
a
trade.
trade.
Yeah.
Carolina's trade in the pick, Lauren. To Toronto. To Nashville.
Just two picks. Oh, so you're trading back into like the second round, third round. Oh, two second rounders. All right. So you have to wait, Lauren.
That's a
You have
smart.
to wait
I
even
think that's a
longer.
smart move in this draft. But Nashville obviously really likes whoever they're picking here because they're. I mean, you might as well throw as many darts at the board as you
Oh, we
possibly
have to
can.
wait even longer for another pick.
Lauren's out.
Oh,
He's mad now. Lauren's out. He's mad. Lauren is like
yeah.
the like biggest contributor to my channel. I don't think me. I don't think anybody is on more than him. There's guys that come close, but Lauren is like. Actually, when I first started doing lives, Lauren was watching me way back when I didn't even hardly know how to do lives. He was probably the first guy that ever was on my channel.
Yeah, I remember one guy. His name was Linebot slash I think Hunt or whatever his name was. He jumps on the stream sometimes with you as well, but he started watching my channel. I think it was like when I was under 50 subscribers. He became a big fan of my channel
Oh yeah,
and watched me grow.
those are
So
cool, eh?
I like when you have like those are cool little fans. That's why I enjoy doing YouTube. Having those little fans, especially our channels, are not huge. Hockey's not the biggest sport in the world, so
Oh,
I feel like when you have a channel like this, you start bonding with people really easily, especially in this
oh yeah.
community.
I got the small. I call them my core. I got my core. I
Mm-hmm.
got my core. My core group, like my top six and my top four, and they come around all the time.
Zachary Larue. There we go.
Oh, they take Larue. They again the
Risky,
feisty guy, but he can score. That's the thing. But he's like a Marchand
risky
comparable.
pick, but
Oh, he's annoying.
but
He's
could
an
be a very good pick.
annoying player, man.
Only a couple more picks left. What do we got? Like, I guess four. No, yeah, four more. Four more that will take up 15 minutes somehow. Hopefully these go by quick. Well, if everyone waits 5 minutes, that means that's gonna be going longer than 8:30.
What
What the
kind of
heck?
points did Zachary Lahoo put up?
I think he had like 19 goals, 20 assists, something
Uh,
like that.
in so 29 points in 33 games.
Yo, Leafs fan, how's it going, bro? Came
Hey, how
back from
you
the
doing,
hospital.
buddy?
You
Yeah, he
good,
said he
bro?
had to go to the hospital earlier today. I don't know what it
Oh,
was for, but am I frozen?
I guess nothing really going on for Leafs fans tonight either, because they're not really drafting. They haven't been really making any moves either. They've been pretty quiet.
Oh, yeah. Here. Cool. Thanks for coming back, buddy. We love hockey, and this has been a little bit tough on us. Like the 2.5 hours on this stream here now.
It has been really tough. Like I'm like I'm even I feel bad for these guys, like having to fill up a 2.5 hour
Yeah,
show where you're positively trying to talk about everything that happens, because that's what you really have to do on these types of shows. Right? You have to positively talk about every single prospect and every single trade that usually happens.
Zachary, again, Nashville
But
just keeps on picking up third liners, third liners, third liners. Like, that's what they do. They pick up third liners. They
yeah,
draft
like
third liners all the time.
like they don't have any forwards that they picked up in this draft that could be pivotal guys for their future.
No, Svechkov doesn't have much offense. He's just a hard grinding third, fourth liner. Zachary Leroux, maybe his offense might produce. He's a cocky kid, and he's yappy. You know, he sounds like
No,
Roussel or somebody like that.
yeah. There hasn't been a lot of trades during the
No,
draft.
not during the draft.
But if you
The
did miss
earlier
some,
trades, you know
if you
about
did the earlier trades, oh, he knows about those ones? Well, then you didn't miss out too
yeah.
much then. There's a couple pick
Oh
swaps.
yeah, the Edmonton Oilers traded. They had an opportunity to possibly pick a franchise goaltender and decided to trade it for a winger out of Quebec. But we found out that apparently Eckfelt or whatever his name is had attitude problems. So apparently has an attitude problem. That's the reason why he dropped down so much. Minnesota didn't seem to
If you
mind.
think you're such a good team, then why can't you pick him up and maybe fix him a little bit? He's young.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was a weird pick.
Colorado.
Here's the Avalanche pick. Let's go, Avalanche. Make your pick fast. Let's get this night over with.
Joe Sakic. Still looking good. He obviously
Huh.
keeps himself still in shape, buddy.
Oscar Olofsson. Not a bad pick.
Oscar Olofsson. Where's he was LaRue, yeah.
He played in the SHL.
Yeah, obviously. He played in the SHL last year.
Yeah.
Good
A little
speed
bit.
balance, active alert around the net, quick release. What is he, a winger?
Yeah, winger. Right winger.
He wasn't projected in the first round though, was he?
Don't worry, Lauren. You're not missing out very much in these picks up here. You're going to get probably about the same caliber in the picks that you just got in the
That's
second
what we should be
round.
doing. We shouldn't even be
So,
worried about the
honestly,
draft. We should just be talking about hockey stuff. Like, who cares? The Leafs are going to make moves in the offseason. They better. I don't know what they're going to do.
they should.
Like I said, like, we agreed with, what's his name out of Buffalo there? Jake
Jake
McCabe.
McCabe.
Jake McCabe.
This problem is just another left-handed guy on the team.
Yeah, that's true. He's a
That's the
left.
biggest problem. You would have a top four filled with left-handed D. David Savard would be not a bad idea. That would be a
It
huge
sounds like
upgrade
for
than
sure
Justin
he's
Hall.
going to Montreal. That's what I'm hearing
No.
now.
Oh, maybe Shea Weber, since he's gone, he'll probably get some high ice time. Maybe.
That sounds almost
Okay, so
for
now
sure he's going to Montreal.
now officially we have 4 picks away from this draft ending.
New Jersey Devils.
Thank goodness.
Besides that, like I don't know what they're gonna do. I've heard they're in on Granlund, but I don't see how that solves much of a problem for them.
What, Connor Granlund?
Marcus Granlund from Nashville.
Oh, no, Mikael Granlund.
yeah,
Sorry, my bad.
From Nashville.
Yeah, from Nashville. That's not a bad idea. I mean, you had Jared McCann.
Yeah, I would have. It's pretty much.
Until you screwed the pooch on that one. Like, how can you screw it up that bad? That's so bad, dude.
Yeah, like that. Why do you protect Hole? I have no idea. No idea. I have no, like, that is the craziest thing. Like, that's, if there was any chance at all that Dubas knew what he was doing, that told me he didn't know it. Like, that's it right there. That's the final straw. You protect Hole and let McCann go.
It's dumb. Unbelievably dumb.
2 minutes for New Jersey to make a pick. They already know what they're going to pick.
Just make the damn pick, bro. Are they really going to take all the 5 minutes? Because if it is, I mean, it's going to definitely go longer than 8:30. They need to speed up these on the clock. Like, 5 minutes is just forever. Maybe this pick got traded, because usually when it takes so long like this, usually it gets dumped off.
Maybe.
And we're probably going to see another commercial break before the 30th pick.
Leafs are still better than the Oilers? Yeah. I can't really disagree. I can't disagree
right now.
with you there.
I mean, offensively, we'll probably be better than you. Defensively, you guys are better than us.
That's
Goaltending.
sad. That's sad. Toronto's better
Yeah.
defensively than us. That is freaking sad. And
It
we
is sad.
spent $5 million for 2 years on a defenseman, and Toronto's still better than us, and they haven't did anything. That's sad. That's really sad.
Your redraft in 2017 draft still taking Nico?
No.
Yeah, because what?
No.
There was Pedersen.
The-
Nico's still good though. That's the thing too. Nico
Isn't that
Heischer's
with
still
Patrick?
good.
I
He
was
still has
taking
that.
McCarr that year.
But
McCarr.
you got McCarr, Pedersen.
I was taking
you got
McCarr
those
that
guys
year. I
just
said
alone.
McCarr was better than everybody that year. Yeah.
Yeah, either McCarr or Pedersen. Those two guys probably would have been better. Oh, here's Fitzgerald.
Okay.
Oh, Chase Stillman, huh?
Who?
His dad, Corey Stillman.
Chase Stillman. Oh my God. Okay.
His brother plays in Chicago.
Yeah. Oh, he's the brother of the Stillman in Chicago. Okay.
Oh man, I cannot wait to eat some soup after this draft.
I think we should just bail now, man. Does it really matter? I'm starving too. I don't
think it really matters. I'm starving too.
So I think we're just gonna bail, guys. We're not gonna worry about the rest of this.
No, it's just Vegas,
Got
Montreal,
2 more
Chicago.
to go, and my wife, I'm sure, wants to get to bed here soon. So we got, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, it's been a fun stream.
Have a good one, guys. It was awesome. Thanks for coming on. You guys rock. Take care. I gotta eat. I haven't ate in a long time. Have a good weekend,
Yeah,
everybody.
same here.
Take care. Okay, bye.
Peace out.